Check one, check two, check one, check two. Yeah, baby. You used to.
Oh, hello. This is Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
1, 2, 3, 4. Good morning. Welcome to Apple.
Okay, I still don't. What? What's up, everybody? Welcome. Good morning. CNET Live in the house. You know why you're all here for the Apple event, March 21st, Monday. It's starting around 10 a.m. Pacific time, so we've got about 53 minutes and 30 seconds based on this clock I'm looking at. Joining me in the house, the usual suspects, Miss Lexi Savidis.
Hi.
Sharon Profis up in here.
What's up?
And Mr. Stephen Beecham. Running the show from the board, and if you look in this corner, in the far corner over here, we have Mr. Mitchell Chang. No, he's hiding now.
Don't be shy.
He's holding. Yeah, there you go. He's holding the fort down. He's also our producer as well here at CNET. Makes the magic happen for everything you see. So, you guys and gals are all here again. This is an interactive show to let you all participate. The phone number, the lines are already getting filled up. It's kind of scary. 1-888-900-CNET. That is 2638.
Quiz us.
I was gonna quiz you guys, but
I know. Well, we were going to do it in unison like last time, and
Well,
then we all
can.
got the number wrong.
You want to try it?
Let's try it.
Okay, here we go. The number to call everybody is 1-888-900-CNET. Do you know what numbers those stand for? Off the top of your head?
3.
No.
2,
Yes.
6.
Yes. She's visualizing the key.
God.
I'm visually the key. I can't do it.
It's been a minute since I used Tina.
3.
2638. Let me help you all
Yes.
because I'm looking at it right here on my sheet. It's real
It's going to take me a
easy.
couple of years to get there. So.
So everybody here, everyone watching and hanging out with us, thank you so much. Again, you can also tweet us at the hashtag CNET Live. We want to know what you're most excited or looking forward to seeing, pretty much in a nutshell, when we'll talk about it more in detail. But we're expecting to see a new iPad Pro, a 9.7-inch iPad Pro, their first in that size. We're also expecting to see the return of the 4-inch iPhone with the iPhone SE, and then possibly some watch bands. But that's about it. So I'm just going to open this up to the ladies. What are your thoughts on this event in general? Are you looking to see anything, or is this kind of,
I think it's going to be run of the mill. It's going to be, I would expect it. The rumor mill has been pretty accurate the past couple of Apple events. And given that this is an iteration update to the iPhone, it's actually kind of going down in terms of size anyway. I think it's going to be what we expect. So smaller iPhone, iPad. I don't know, are they going to call it a Pro, or is it just going to have trickle-down features from the Pro? That's what I'm going to be interested in, seeing if they're going to brand it as a Pro or not. And everyone was talking about when the invites came out, they were like, let us loop you in. Some people were going, oh, Hyperloop. And I think I was just, no, sorry.
No,
I think
no,
it's
no.
just going to be loops on the band. So,
loops on loops.
Loops on
Which
loops.
I mean, that's interesting. So the tagline of the invitation usually gives us some hints about what it's going to be about. Like, I remember when the watch was first announced, it wasn't so much the wording that they used, but if you analyzed the graphic, you could see some kind of like shadow of a clock or something there. So anyway, so I'm taking it a little more literally this time, and loop you in can only mean Apple Watch, right? So what I'm really hoping for,
She's hoping.
The sleeper hit to be the smart band. So I remember back in September when, I don't remember which YouTuber, found out that there was a diagnostic port on the Apple Watch that you could actually hook up a band to, so that a band could collect data and then send it to your watch through hardware. So we haven't seen use of that diagnostics port, and I'm hoping that today we get something interesting. Because if I see another $1,200 Hermes band,
Sorry.
I'm going to be pissed.
For all y'all that are wondering, you might see the word Hermes.
Yeah,
It ain't
it's
Hermes.
Hermes.
Hermes. I learned that a long time ago. I was educated
Yep.
by some lovely ladies about that. So, yes, what we've told you, we don't. I don't expect us to see a brand new watch, but maybe we'll see smart bands. The interesting thing about that, out of all the products that are hush hush right now, we really haven't heard anything about smart bands. But if Loop, I mean, maybe they'll show a preview of their One Infinite Loop new campus. Because we really want to see that.
That would be so gratuitous.
We really want to.
Yeah,
we really
and
want to
like-
see that, everybody. Oh yeah, that's
It's like,
exciting.
thank you all for coming today. Here's our new office, our 5 cafeterias,
Oh,
and
beautiful.
massage lounge.
Beautiful. Yeah. This is for all you people that don't work here. Also, just to let you know, the Apple Store, if you go to store.apple.com, it is down at the moment. Pretty much, we will be getting something new today. I don't know what it is, but it says, whether you can translate that or not, we can't wait to show you what we have in store. So we are expecting to see how that's coming out together as well. Also, just overall in the event, one of the things that has come out about the iPad Pro is the pricing. We've seen a 9.7-inch typically in the past $499. The rumblings, this is according to 9 to 5 Mac, is that the entry-level 9.7-inch iPad Pro now will start at $599.
Makes sense.
Bumping up that price, but at the same time, to me, it's like the iPad out of any line is the one that is the most beleaguered. It's not gaining momentum. I don't see it gaining any steam anytime soon. The iPad Pro really did little to nothing to improve the outcast, what am I saying? Not the outcast,
The outlook.
The outlook. I
Outlook,
can't even
outlook.
talk.
I felt it. I felt
can't
it.
talk. Oh my gosh, what time is it in the morning?
Ooh, too
what time
early.
did y'all wake up at?
Early.
Oh my goodness. You know, I'm just gonna leave now here. But so whatever they do with this iPad, I don't see it really moving that needle much at all.
Yeah, well, okay, so what do they have right now? They have the iPad Mini 2, iPad Mini 4, iPad 2,
iPad Air 2.
iPad Air 2,
Yes.
iPad Pro.
Yeah.
I'm missing one, I know that for sure. So now they'll have like 6 iPads on their lineup. Everyone's been snoozing on tablets lately, right? Because honestly, I still use an iPad 2.
And
Okay.
most people
Does the
do.
job.
It's-
It does. the
Steven,
job.
aren't you on
It
an
makes
iPad
me
2 still?
happy.
iPad 3rd generation I'm rocking right now.
Okay.
So someone getting
boom.
fancy on
I'm a
us.
little
That's
more
real
advanced than Sharon,
fancy.
yeah.
Oh, he fancy.
I just don't feel the need to upgrade. So obviously Apple's like, oh, maybe if we make a Pro for the masses, it'll get people excited. They'll want to use the pencil, But I just don't really see that happening. So because here's the thing. Nowadays, since carriers, at least in the U.S., aren't subsidizing phones anymore, you really got to start saving money, more money than you used to for a phone upgrade. So that's where my finances are pointing, right? Like people are really saving up for phones now more than tablets, and tablets aren't as important in your product cycle. So I just
Except if you have a 12.9-inch
my
iPad Pro that you
God. I
read
just
comics
can't
and
with that. Oh God. Oh.
I don't want to know
I
how
love
many times you've had to
I've actually-
clean
if-
that and wipe that.
There's
from
actually
going
that
back.
wasn't the
carries
first smudge
Lysol
I put
wipes
on
in
it.
his
That wasn't the
pocket.
first smudge. For the record though, because whatever, I travel a lot. This is my best friend, and this I do not recommend this for many people. The keyboard for it is horrible, so I bought that. I returned it. I used the pencil oh, I hear a beep beep.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's
Someone on
Mr.
the
Stein.
Okay, you know what? We're going to interrupt my rant about the iPad because how I love it and hate it at the same time. Mr. Scott Stein, editor extraordinaire, is at Apple's event. This is happening over at Apple's campus in Cupertino. So we're going to line things up to see if we can get him rolling and see his beautiful face. Scott, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent.
Scott.
Scott, Lexi, Sharon, Steven are in the house. You're there. The first question, what did they serve you food-wise?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there are pastries. There are little cheesy pastries, little egg sandwiches. There's oatmeal with yogurt, some
Ew.
muffins,
Yeah.
and there's cappuccinos.
Very nice. Scott, a lot of people actually haven't really seen what Apple's campus looks like. It's not very often where they hold this on their campus. Maybe I almost sometimes
I
feel
have
like
a
once
shot
every
of it,
other year.
actually. I have a
Do we
shot
have the
of it.
shot that we can pull? All right, here's the front entrance. I know you're kind of hidden a little further deep
Can
in,
you
but
see behind me? Can you see behind me a hint of it?
yeah,
I'm
there you
standing in
go.
a courtyard right now.
Oh, you're in. Wait. You're inside the walls.
I'm inside the walls. This is
Wow.
inside the walls.
This is very
I'm on
special.
The campus.
So this is at One Infinite Loop at Cupertino. This is not their new headquarters. But Scott, can you kind of tell us? We've talked a little bit about it, but if you could summarize, we know what we're kind of expecting to see, but what do you think Apple has to do maybe that they haven't done yet, or is it just business as usual today?
I think. By the way, can you see me? Or
I can see you. You're beautiful. You
Oh,
look
great,
beautiful.
excellent.
Your nose
Okay,
is
good,
very
good.
large.
Yeah.
Oh no!
The trim, do all that. Okay, I'm gonna pull back a bit. I don't have a selfie stick. You're not allowed to bring one in. So what do we expect here? A lot of things that are smaller. The smaller iPhone, the smaller iPad Pro. So last year everything was bigger screens. Now we're talking about smaller things. But I think also those are two maybe like practical products, because there are some people that just want a smaller iPhone, and there are people who just wanted a 10-inch iPad. The iPad Air 2 was the one that we kept recommending, and now this is like the successor to it. That may sound boring, like in terms of like, okay, these are just like, but on the other hand, those are maybe the products that people want to get, but they're not going to be things that are like brand new, weird things. And they're both kind of like mid-step products. So I think what they need is maybe a little more information about Apple Watch. I feel the Apple Watch is a year old, and now we kind of want to know what's next. I mean, all wearable tech's gone quiet now, and there's talk that there's going to be maybe new Apple Watch bands at this event. But I think I'd like to hear more about that and more about the software and just kind of where that product's going, and maybe watch faces or some new features to get it to the next step.
Hey, so Scott, are you basically saying you're hoping that Apple loops you in?
Oh God.
I just made Sharon throw up in her mouth, which is the
little
goal every show. Actually, I might have another thing that will help her do that.
No, don't bring out the tongue thong.
The iThong, I did not. I'm wearing the iThong, so I won't bring it out today. Okay.
Oh, you are? Wait, what?
No, come on, Scott. I'm the creator of the iThong. You haven't seen it. I'll show it to you sometime when you come back to the office.
Just say
Okay.
no.
See, over here, I'm going to stand over by the, there's the espresso. There are the baristas all standing ready to.
They're very, very nice.
What kind of coffee are they serving? Don't say Starbucks.
It's a Rocket Espresso Italiano is the
Oh,
machine.
fancy.
Wow, you got
And I'm
you.
drinking, I don't know, it's unknown. We just don't know.
Hey, Scott. So I know.
I have to read about that somewhere online.
So Scott, thanks. I know you'll be inside doing the live blogging as well as covering it, and he'll be shooting some of the first looks of whatever they do officially announced. So Scott, thanks for your time, buddy, and we'll see you in there. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, we'll be going in a little bit.
Awesome.
All right.
So there you go, Scott Stein, editor extraordinaire from the Apple campus in Cupertino. Let's talk to the peeps that have been waiting so patiently on our phone lines.
line.
We had someone call before we even put out the phone number. So
Yes.
people are saving this on their phone. It's that big of a deal.
Speed dial.
It's that big of a deal. All right, let's go to Alberto from Sacramento. He's like a regular now. Alberto, what's up, buddy?
Hey, what's up, Brian?
How you doing? Lexi sharing in the house with me and Steven. Tell us, what did you want to talk about this morning?
The iPad Pro.
iPad Pro.
Oh.
You like that? So what do you want? What do you want? People that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Alberto, what are you expecting or hoping to talk about with the iPad Pro?
Well, I'm hoping, we'll see if it's worth the upgrade, depending on how much, new features it has. And the thing I'm still kind of iffy about, if it is true that Apple raises the price, that'll be kind of, a bad thing.
So did you like the original iPad Pro, but the screen was too big, so you're actually looking to see if you would buy this new iPad Pro?
Yeah, because, the 12.9 screen is too big for me.
Wait,
For me,
12.9 is too big for you?
Well, I've seen her play with it a little bit, and it's okay, but for me, the sweet spot is around 9 or 10-inch screen.
All right, that is a good size. Also, just in general, do you care about the iPhone 4-inch? I put out a poll because we want to see the iPhone SE is coming out. Do you care? Yes or no?
I have an Android. I have an iPhone. But
Wait. Why are you calling this
they're all-
show? Why are you
did-
calling this show?
Yikes.
You haven't. This is called the Apple. I'm just messing with you. Come on. He's like, oh. No, that's all good. So thanks for calling, Alberto. We appreciate it. All right.
Okay. Oh, hey, Brian.
Yes. My voice just cracked because I got nervous.
And by the way, happy early birthday.
Oh.
Oh.
Why you gotta call me out like that? Why has he gotta call me out like that?
Oh.
Thank you very much, Alberto. Are you stalking me on the web? I mean, that's not a publicly available.
123people.com.
Yeah. It's not publicly available. This is very embarrassing. Thank you, Alberto.
You're welcome.
He's like, I got him. He got me. Got him.
Plus 5 points for you, Alberto.
All right. Let's go to our boy Shamar. Shamel 2K. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on, BTZ?
Hey.
Yeah, as you can see, I let Umberto have the first call today, so I wasn't really
Yeah.
enthused.
Yeah, you're like 15 minutes late, bro. You got to step your game up.
No, it was intentional.
That was actually on purpose, to
Hey,
be honest.
there
But I still love you guys.
This is so
Don't get me wrong.
philosophical.
This is kind of, Brian will understand when I say whelmed event for me, because I'm like, okay, it's nice what's going on today, but it's not like anything groundbreaking. So I was like, okay, I'll chime in just to show my loyalty to the group. So, but what I wanted to talk about though is while Luke Westway had an interesting little video last year as far as iPads. Is the iPad dead? I'm just wondering, is it maybe just on life support? Not life support, but just the wow factor is gone.
Okay, I'll open this
you know-
up. I'll open it up to the ladies to talk, and we'll all chime in. Lexi.
Definitely. Well, the wow factor, at least for me as a consumer who has seriously thought about buying a tablet for a very long time, and I was constantly waiting for the next incremental feature, the next thing that was going to wow me. And, I actually thought, but when the iPad Pro came out, maybe this is going to be the productivity tool for me. Maybe this is going to be the thing that's going to make me go, hey, you know what? I don't need a laptop in order to be able to do like fine detail, especially with the pencil. If I wanted to do some photo manipulation and things like that, I thought, yeah, maybe this is going to be the tool for me. And then it came down to the price. And then I thought, you know what? It's just still not going to be the tool that is going to convert me to a tablet user. So I think, I wouldn't say tablets and the iPad have jumped the shark, but I think in terms of gaining more users to come across, rather than say a laptop or another productivity tool like that, I can't see anything super exciting that's going to draw me into the tablet world. And for me, I think the opportunity has passed. I think the bus came to the stop and I didn't get on it. And I don't know if I am actually ever going to wait for the next tablet bus. That's a terrible analogy.
Whoa,
Tablet bus?
The train?
Tablet train? That was probably a better one.
Come on, ride that tablet train and ride it. Ooh, ooh.
I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I like it.
You like that? You like that? Okay. Sharon, what do you think about the whole tablet game?
Oh, I was more into the song.
Okay. Come on, ride the tablet train and ride it. Choo, choo. Quad City DJs, baby.
Okay. The tablet live support. Yes, I agree. I think it is on live support. I think it is. I think that like showing a pencil and like drawing beautiful images and I don't know, all of these, like designing a new 20-story building on the iPad Pro is not going to bring in millions and millions and trillions of people that Apple wants, right? That they need to revive their iPad lineup. So this is great for people who are power users who just love all things Apple and need to breathe in the latest thing that Apple has. Other than that, I think that most people are in my camp. Like, I have an iPad. It still works. I can watch my Netflix. I'm super happy. Ba-boom.
I'm in the camp of 12.9 inches,
Oh, God.
Saga comics. Comic.
Right. I
Read
forgot
that,
about that.
read that comic.
Comics.
Okay, how about this? It's
Yeah.
not dead, it's just plateaued. If you think
just-
that's
yeah.
dead,
No,
well,
dead
then,
is silly.
I think saying it's dead is like that. I don't want to say it, but that extreme clickbait title. Like I would rather. Would
Right.
you
Right.
click on a video that says has the iPad plateaued, or would you click on a video that said is the iPad dead? I'm gonna click on the dead one.
Right.
But to me, it has plateaued. Like again, I just wanted a bigger screen. I don't use the pencil. I bought the pencil.
Oh.
I even bought those. Okay, let me be clear. Those adult coloring books.
Those are amazing.
But they are patterns. Here, wait, let me look it up.
they're
I swear.
therapeutic.
You guys want to see adult
I do.
content on my iPad?
Oh, like
Adult. Like here, this app is called Pigment.
in the coloring book.
Yeah. See, it's like so. This is what an adult coloring book looks like.
Okay, honestly, I think
And then
those
it's
apps
therapeutic. It's therapeutic.
should
when you
begin
color.
by saying like, "How do you feel today?" on a scale of 1 to 10, and then when you're done coloring it in, they should ask you again. And I bet you'll be a 10 because it's so relaxing.
How are you feeling today right now?
Well,
It's
if
early.
I was coloring right now,
Yeah.
I would be more of a 10.
I'm feeling a little burnt sienna today.
Oh, beautiful
Yeah,
choice.
thank you. Thank you. You both said ooh in the same way. That was kind
Burnt
of weird.
sienna. I want to
I'm
dress in that color,
feeling-
and I don't know what it looks like.
I'm feeling burnt sienna today. All right. We also want to just show some love to our tweeters at hashtag CNET Live, just kind of what you guys and gals are talking about. So we have Hamza Juzer just chiming in. The new iPad must be powerful and introduce new features with a reasonable price. I guess if the rumored $599 is reasonable to you, okay, maybe. Ryan Bork, iPhone SE back in black. Yes, please. Okay. Also, we have Jose. I'm gonna try this out. Sagastume. He says MacBook ? A lot of rumblings had earlier in the year possibly pointed towards us seeing new MacBooks, but from all indications, I think we're really just going to see them rolled out at WWDC with the latest Skylake processor, at least for Macs. We know Skylake is in other machines on the market right now, but maybe they'll surprise, but I don't expect to see a MacBook at this event.
No.
We will see. Also, we kind of know who they invite to the events.
Yeah.
And Dan Ackerman is not at the event, and he does the laptop. So therefore, we probably won't see a laptop.
Yeah.
Just
We've
trying to
done
crush
some
your dreams.
deducing here.
Just trying to crush your dreams. Okay, let's keep on jumping around to the phone lines and just seeing what people talk. Oh, is Shamar still on the line?
Oh.
I'm still here.
Sorry about that. We got a little sidetracked.
Just like our fourth host now.
Dude, thanks for hanging.
Not a problem. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, bro. I just looked at the phone. I'm like, oh, I never hung up on him. I just kept him in the fold. That's awesome. You might be the longest running guest on our phone lines here at CNET Live. So.
Okay. Brian, one thing I just want to say my condolences to your inbox. I saw your tweet last night, and guided access is a very beautiful thing on the iPad.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know exactly what happened, but all my emails somehow, and I didn't touch anything, but they were all moved into a folder called Amazon.
What?
But I thought they were all like every single email, like not one, but every single
Like
one.
they were all bulk labeled?
Like you can do a thing where you can move your emails in like to different folders, but you have to go edit, then you have to say move all, and then you have to select the folder, and somehow,
Right.
some way, it was all done. So
Whoa,
I'm
that's
working on
creepy.
it still. It's all funky.
Scary.
I don't want to throw. I first thought it was user error, but it really wasn't. And people are like, user error, dum dum.
No.
Shamar's like, user error, dum dum.
Nah.
I'm working it out. But there is no feeling like when every single email that you've had, every single one is completely disappeared.
I wouldn't know what to do.
That's scary.
I would just freak
Yeah,
out.
no, my heart sank into my stomach for you. I was like, oh my God, I would die.
First world problems, everybody listening. Hashtag
Like
first
emails.
world problems. You know what I'm saying. All right, Shamar. Hey, thanks for calling, buddy. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Not a problem. Have a good one.
All right, thank you. Let's jump over here. We got to show love to Blake from Nebraska. What up, Blake?
Hello.
Hello, Blake. What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing great. Welcome to CNET Live. What do you want to chit-chat about with us today? Oh, you know what? He's listening to. I can hear my
Listening to
voice.
us.
Turn down your computer and talk to us directly on the phone, and you'll be good. This is a power tip for everybody.
Hey, so I wanted to discuss with the new iPad coming and where it would fall in the new line of, because there's currently 5 iPads, and if you think it's going to bump one out of the line, or if we're going to end up with a 6th and get an even more kind of diluted, like
Fun mess.
Android has.
Right.
Yeah, I think, Sharon touched upon it. I think really this move to make an iPad Pro that's a 9.7 inch is to condense the line. Basically, they're saying these higher-end iPads moving forward are just going to have all the same features, which will eventually eliminate this whole iPad Air 2. I don't think we'll see an iPad Air anymore. We were expecting to possibly see an iPad Air 3, but once everything shifted towards iPad Pro 9.7, we're basically going to see a 12.9, a 9.7, And I don't expect to get an iPad Mini Pro, but that
Oh my
iPad
God.
Mini will live on its own, and that'll basically keep the line to 3 models: iPad Pro, 12.9, 9.7, and then a Mini. That's what I think their goal is, to kind of simplify it a little bit, which would be a smart thing.
That's a smart thing to do.
So that's my gut feeling on what they're trying to do right here.
Awesome.
Awesome. You're awesome. He's
Thank
like,
you.
thanks. I know. All right. Thanks, Blake, for calling. We appreciate it. All right. Let's go to, I love it. We got to go international, right?
Oh, yeah.
Our friend Lucas from London is on the line. Welcome to CNET Live.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
What's going on?
How are you? I'm fine, thanks, me.
We are all doing great up in here.
Good. I had two sort of questions to ask, or two parts of the question. Firstly is the fact that the SBI court date for Apple is tomorrow, the day after the actual live event. And I was wondering, do you think Apple actually talk about the live about the SBI during the live event? And what are your opinions on that?
I'll open this up to everyone first.
I don't think they're going to address anything specifically, nor do I think the letters FBI are going to come out of Apple's mouth today. But I do think you'll see kind of like a nod to the topic in general. You'll hear Tim Cook say something about how much Apple cares about your security and how much, your privacy matters to them. So it's definitely not a coincidence that this event comes a day before their court hearing. But to that end, don't expect it to be like, all right, let's take a moment to talk about the FBI. That's just not going to happen.
Well, that's what I want to see. One more
You're
thing.
going to be disappointed.
One more
One
thing.
more
Let's
thing.
talk about
Big
the
middle
Apple
finger to the
FBI case.
FBI.
Let's talk about it for half an hour, Tim, please. No, don't do that. Lexi?
Definitely not. Well, at the shareholders meeting, the Apple shareholders meeting, that was a couple of weeks ago. That was kind of right in the middle of the debate as well, and Apple didn't address it specifically. However, there were a couple of people that Apple had in the audience to sort of talk about the case as well. So they had Jesse Jackson, and they had some members from I think it was the Electronic Frontier Foundation as well, that were giving supporting statements in order to. Yes, the EFF to support Apple's position as well. So I think that was addressed sufficiently at that particular meeting. So I don't think today is going to be the right grounds for that, especially considering the timing of the hearing tomorrow. So I think, as Sharon said, there might be just a little acknowledgement of it, and that there will be something happening tomorrow. But I think today is very much going to be product focused, and Apple's going to make that very clear.
We haven't talked about hey, thanks so much for calling. We appreciate it, all right?
That's okay.
All right. That's okay. That's great, Lucas.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
I think that's like a
The other-
British thing.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, there was a second part to that.
The other?
Oh,
The other?
tweet us. What's your
My bad.
part two?
Just
To be continued. What a
it happens.
cliffhanger.
It happens. What a jerk. What a jerk, Tong. Just to let you guys update on where we are status-wise, it is 9:33 a.m. Apple's keynote event is expected to start at 10 a.m. They typically start right on the dot. This is happening at Apple's campus in Cupertino. Do we still have that shot outside just for the lovely people? Oh, we don't. Never mind. We'll just pretend that there's beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
It's just nice and serene in a
Yeah.
corporate bluish glacious building. But what we're also going to do here is, again, show some love. If you guys use the hashtag CNET Live, we want to hear your thoughts on what you think might be coming out, but whether you're impressed or not, because I guess I didn't chime in earlier, but I really feel like from what we've heard about this event, this could have been a press release. Like, unless something big comes out, like, I think Apple has been stuck in the idea of, like, we have to do an event.
Right.
And if you think about this, do we really need an event for kind of more middle-y tier, non-groundbreaking stuff?
I think Apple might think that
They
the
think.
iPhone SE or whatever it ends up being is breaking. Like, look at us dedicate. Like, I think that they see the 4-inch phone market as a huge opportunity, and because of that, for them, it might justify having an event like this.
Yeah, I think you're right. But I think from our perspective, particularly, we're talking about, we want bigger, we want better, we want many more features. But this is not going to be a phone really for, the US, the UK market predominantly. This is going to be a phone that is designed to be attractive to other markets, the emerging markets where the phones between 4 and 5 inches are the most successful and are the most desirable phones because they are smaller and because they are cheaper. And it's actually like, I think half of all smartphone shipments worldwide are actually between that 4 and 5 inch bracket. So Apple is trying to actually put a really strong foot forward and say, well, this is a phone that's going to be designed for that particular market in order to increase market share. So, India, the Middle East, Africa, these are the countries that this phone is probably going to be targeted towards as well, rather than necessarily from our perspective, we were like, well, we want a 5.7 inch phone or whatever we want.
Yeah.
This is, yeah.
Yeah.
And when we want a 12.9 inch, iPad Pro.
I do.
Other markets want smaller phones, cheaper tablets. So let's see how this pans out. I think that is probably that's the point that we don't really think about that much from our perspective.
Yep.
The other markets, because we were like, oh, big, better, more expensive. But actually, there are other markets out there that want smaller phones, that want cheaper phones.
To that end, there are also, we love tech. We're obsessed with tech. And like you said, we're looking for bigger, better, new features, etc. But there are so many people who still have the iPhone 5S and even the iPhone
4S.
Mm-hmm.
My mama
Oh.
was on a 4S until recently.
Oh.
Like 2 months recently.
You fixed that.
I took care of that.
Yeah, you fixed it.
Gotta be a good son.
So Apple's probably also hoping to fix that problem. Like, how do we, because pretty soon, the next version of iOS is going to come out and it probably won't run well on the iPhone 5S. So that would be a huge problem for Apple, and this might be a way for them to avoid that.
Here's the other thing, just in general, because I was like, I asked people how many people really care about this 4-inch iPhone, and so Steven, if you can just throw to my screen right now, I just threw it out there in a poll, and right now the way that it's bared out is 32% say a 4-inch phone is the perfect size, 68% said no, seriously Apple, but then these numbers actually dovetail with a recent survey from data analytics company Mixpanel, which said that currently, as of today, 36% of active devices, iPhones, are actually 4-inch iPhones.
There you go.
Yeah.
So they cover an upgrade for that 35%. That is going to help them quite nicely.
Yeah.
So the numbers all bear out. Even what you generally on this poll that I threw up there, 451 votes, said matches with what is out there on the market right now. So, this may not be the sexiest move, but it's a smart move.
It is.
And this is, quite honestly, in general, this is kind of Tim's MO, right? People want a larger, just do it. Like, make business decisions, not groundbreaking decisions. We saw that when they split the iPhone into 2 different sizes, right? That was something that Apple had never done before, but because there was such demand for it, they did it, and it paid off for them. Now, we know phones are plateauing in general overall. This lower market can help them give a boost, but if you look at Apple historically the past 2 years, they've done more business decisions instead of things that have blown your mind.
And I think it also matches up with where technology is going. So when Apple released the iPhone, the first iPhone, it was for people who were obsessed with tech, and that was still like a sector of the population. Like, oh, there are people who love tech, and then there's everybody else. But now everybody's got a smartphone. Everybody loves tech, so it's time to cater to this really, really big population. There isn't one hero phone anymore. You need your 2 sizes, and now you need maybe a 4-inch phone for the people who obviously need a smartphone, but don't necessarily consider it like a passion of theirs. So the iPhone 5C, iPhone 5S, I could see that there are probably a lot, I don't have numbers on it, out there, and would be replaced by this. And okay, I voted in your poll, Brian.
You voted on my poll?
I did.
Did you vote yes for a 4-inch?
I did.
I know. You know what? I knew that.
I did.
I knew that because look, we've talked about this on the Apple White Extra Crunch. Do you guys have that big screen pinky bend thingy majigger now? Like,
I have.
Where your pinky's like jacked up now because it's like no, it's like
My
because you're
pinky was
used
already
to
jacked up from
because
tetherball.
you're using tetherball. Wow, I did not know this.
Sorry, throwback.
Tetherball. It's like I hope it's not mangle.
It's pretty mangle.
Yeah,
it's okay.
But
okay.
like you're used to grabbing the phone or resting on that pinky thing.
Yeah,
You ladies do that.
I getcha.
And it creates this like big screen phone bend.
Wait,
Yeah.
I'm serious.
There's also I also have smartphone elbow. Do you know about this?
No.
Okay.
Smartphone elbow?
Yeah. So wow, I just coined that. But this is there is another word for it. I forgot what it's called. So basically,
Tendinitis.
Yeah.
it is tendinitis. Thank you. so much less sexier than smartphone elbow.
Hey, you know.
Okay, so basically what happens is when you hold your phone with one hand and you overextend like to the other side of the screen, you're not just hurting this part of your hand, it's also pulling on the tendon here.
Wow.
So I have that, and
Physical
I really
therapy. Thank you.
I know.
Thanks,
necessary.
Apple. Thanks, Apple.
Did that
Thanks,
start
Apple.
after you got an iPhone 6?
It started
Because-
when I got the Samsung Galaxy S5.
Oh.
Because I went from the 5 to the 6, and I'm having the same issue
Yep.
now. Like, it's big
It's
difference.
a thing.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a thing. Also, we before in the past, because we were texting so much on these touch screens. Did you guys ever get that little pain in the thumbs? The pain, like the repetitive. We call them iceps on our show, right? Because look, they're just like this, right? Like look at that, it's hella swole.
Oh, that hurts.
Look at how
like it
swole
hurts
that is.
so bad.
Dude, I work out. But it's the iceps. So before, look, when you first had your phone or you're using a lot, you develop, but now you don't really feel it as much because your thumbs have kind of gotten used, right? Do you remember?
I
used
could
to
lift
get
a
it.
building with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
T9 texting.
I can
Remember
lift
that? I
an
used to get
iPad
that.
Pro with my thumb. I can lift an iPad Pro with my thumb. It's so strong. Oh! I'm gonna calm down here, guys. This is ridiculous. Okay, should we get some more phone calls?
Yeah, let's do it.
People waiting. All right, let's go to David in Los Angeles, who's ruffling his phone in his pocket. I heard that. David, what's up? Can you hear us? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Second more.
See, he's been hanging out.
How you guys doing?
Good. Hey, thanks for calling in, and we appreciate you turning down the volume because he's been waiting on the line for about 17 minutes. So he's been like listening.
20 minutes and 30 seconds, actually.
Fine. You know what? Your log's different than mine, buddy. Okay, you want me to hang up right now or what? You want me to hang up right now or what? No, you don't.
Morning, Brian. Morning, Lexi. Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
And Steven, the producer. Come on, he makes the show. He makes the magic happen, yo.
My question is that what are you guys surprised to see? Like something out of the ordinary, like something hidden that they might not tell us, or you guys didn't know about from 9 to 5 Mac or anything else.
How about this, David? What if we said what we really wish, like the one thing we wish we could see? Because we could throw secrets around, but we might have something that we say, hey, Apple, I hope you do this today. What about that? Are you good with that one? And that hasn't been talked about?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's start with, let's start in the circle of trust.
Wait, so hold on. Let's just set the stage here. So anything in the whole wide world.
Yeah, that you want Apple to announce today.
And it could be nonsensical. Like we don't have to see it coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
David, I'm going to give you a few moments to think, okay? Because we want you to participate in this. Beecham, you're also going to be a part of this conversation, okay? All right, so it's going to be a secret thing. How about this? Maybe one logical and one crazy, okay? And who cares? Okay, we're just gonna go off the top of our head. Okay, fine. You don't have to say two things, just one thing. All right, I will tell you what I want to see, but I won't see, and Apple better deliver it by the end of the year. Do you know what I'm talking about, Steven? Do you think you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Apple TV subscription service. They need to get on that ASAP. Now, I know this is not an Apple TV related event, but if they want to actually do something that can, A, help their business, but also satisfy the demand of what customers have been waiting for, Sony PlayStation Vue is where it's at right now for a TV service. It has everything. You can even start your plan at like $30 a month.
Yep.
Apple has nothing.
Nothing.
And Sony's plan also allows you to do DVRing of shows. Okay, so come on, Apple, get yo ish together. Like this is... the Apple TV had so much promise. The app's development is kind of tailing off. Let's be real.
Yep.
Apple TV app development, people aren't going to put money in there. So my logical thing, I'll think of something nonsensical. We'll go around. Logical thing that I really think Apple should do sooner rather than later, Apple TV subscription service. Did I take that from you? Because I kind of saw you go,
oh. Oh, no, it's along the lines of Apple TV. I thought you were going to say something else. So... okay, what I really want to see. So this morning I woke up and I was like, Alexa, what's the weather going to be today? And she's like, oh, hello, Sharon. She doesn't talk like that at all.
hello, Sharon.
Yeah.
The
weather today.
is...
I actually really love her voice. Anyway, okay. So I was thinking that Apple is probably just kicking itself, made a huge mistake, and didn't come out with something like this before Amazon did. So whether that's built into the Apple TV or it's a standalone product, I would love to see an at-home personal virtual assistant like Alexa come from Apple.
Nice.
And just Siri to get smarter. She is so
Well, we've been
dumb
saying that
right
for
now.
We've been saying that for years. We've been saying that for years.
But on the topic of Siri, did anyone see the Cookie Monster commercial that Apple released a couple of days
Yes.
ago?
No.
Oh,
Pretty
it's
mean.
gorgeous.
Oh, man,
it
I
is
didn't
so
see
But you know what
sweet.
you know what I would
Right.
have to say to Sharon's comment? Seriously?
Oh, but
David, are you still there? Don't hang up on me. Don't hang up on me.
Yeah. Okay.
Lexi, what about you?
Look, I know it's not going to happen, but it's something I've been wanting for a long time. Please, 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 Apple, can I have a MacBook Air with a Retina display?
Woo! That's good.
Please.
That's
Come
good.
in, WWDC.
I really want that. WWDC. Come on. We thought it was coming in 2015. Then we got the MacBook with a Retina display, but it's not what I want. I want a MacBook Air. I want my ports. I want my
that.
connectivity. I want my SD card slot. I want all of that in the MacBook Air form factor. 13-inch. Give me a 13-inch Retina screen,
Juicy.
and I am there. I'm just just take my money. Take my money. Seriously. So that's what I want. I know it's not coming today. There's been zero hints about MacBook refresh at this particular event. But I can live in hope. Come on. Gonna give a girl some dreams.
I just like how you said
Seriously.
ports.
Ports.
I like that. Because this is a inclusive show, we want you guys to hashtag tweet us at hashtag CNET Live of what is that thing you want to see at the keynote. After we kind of get around this circle, we're going to go to Twitter and show you what you guys said. So just hashtag CNET Live. Let us know the thing that you want to see. Now I'm going to move over to Stephen Beecham.
Yeah.
The producer extraordinaire, Mr. Octopus Arms.
A new Apple car!
Whoa!
No, but I think what would be cool is if they put touchscreens on their laptops like Windows 10 computers
I haven't
have.
seen that
we
for
all
like 3 years.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that
I think
for
that
3
would be a
years.
cool thing to do. So
I constantly tap my screen thinking that it's a touch screen.
I constantly
know.
lick my screen.
Oh,
So.
well, I have a
different.
PC
Yeah, it's different.
touchscreen.
Different types of touch interface. The iTongue.
Oh.
I don't want to
no.
do that.
Good thing I cut away.
Beecham cut away on that one. Good idea. The iTongue.
Cut away.
All right, David, what's up, my man? What are you thinking? What moves you?
I like all everyone said. I don't like the the whole touchscreen computer thing that Steve said. Like really, like come on, like who's only reaching across the table
Yeah,
to
come
touch
on.
the screen?
Come on, who
Where
does
is-
who does
where
that,
is
dude?
your
I do that all the
laptop?
time.
Isn't your laptop right in front of you? You don't have to reach across the table.
I mean, there's some things that are beneficial to touch on a screen.
Definitely.
Oh,
I
I use it all the time. It's
Sharon,
crazy how much you use
You're
it.
suffering from iPhone tendinitis. I mean, you're really gonna reach over with your elbow constantly? Come on.
Wow.
He has a
What I'm
point.
really excited for is like like Brian, like said, the Apple subscription, TV service. That'd be awesome to see. I don't have to get cable constantly. I can just get internet, really high speed internet. That'd be awesome. What I'm really excited to see more than anything right now is the next Apple Watch. Like that's what I'm really hoping for to see. But I mean, we probably don't know to see it today. We probably won't know to see it in September. But I mean, hopefully we get like a preview of it, see what's coming up. Camera, if it's going to have its own, cellular antenna, so we don't have to rely on the iPhone constantly.
Yeah.
Man,
So that's
I'm
my
yeah.
thing. That's what I'm really excited to see.
Dude, but David, were you let down by the first gen? Like, let's be real. Did you think it was that great?
I wasn't. It was really nice, really innovative. I mean, I have it. My wife has it. I got it for Mother's Day gift. I mean, it's not that bad as a very first product. I mean,
It's all right.
Every product begins somewhere, and it obviously it's going to keep pushing as it goes on. I mean, look at the iPhone. Like, 10 generations later, look at it now.
Well, that first iPhone was the bomb.
It was.
That was that was a mind-blowing product at the time. But
yeah, exactly. And today, now everyone's like, oh, bigger screens, bigger this, bigger that. But I mean, everyone's got to remember, it's like technology is not moving as fast as everyone wants it to move as fast. So everyone's got to all right, well, let's see what we got and then see what we can improve on compared to, well, this is what I want, this is what I can. And the Android people are like, oh, Android would have did this. Android would have did that. It's like, really?
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Oh.
Like,
David, shots fired!
Take this offline.
Technical difficulties.
I'm not part of that little war like everyone says, but I like my product. I love Apple. I mean, it works for me. I mean, I got the iPads, Apple TV, Apple Watch, and it works for me.
David, I couldn't tell you were an Apple
fan.
fan. I had no idea you were an Apple fan.
Yeah. I mean, but also look at it this way too. It's like you're doing CNET live for an Apple event. That's not really a big deal.
Hey. Then why are you calling, son? You want me to hang up on you, son?
That's what we said like the first 10 minutes of the show.
You want me to hang up on you, son? I will not accept that. That is poo-poo. David, you are poo-poo.
You guys doing a CNET live for
David poo-poo.
Galaxy S7.
No more David poo-poo.
I think we did. We did do the Galaxy
we did.
S7.
Yo, homie, we do Microsoft. We do
We
Samsung.
did we do Huawei? No.
We did LG.
LG.
as well.
That's what we did.
We tried to do the Tesla the other day, but it was too late at night.
David, I know that we are doing this event. You are calling my man. You're an
Permanently
Apple
banned
fanboy.
from the server.
Fanboy
Permanently
alert.
banned from
We
the
need
server.
an alarm. We need an alarm for a fanboy
What's
alert.
your username?
We're banning you from the server.
David, we are messing with you. You're a good guy, man. This is fun. We appreciate it. All right. He's like, did you get a little hot under the collar, huh? With that, did you get a little hot under the collar? You're like, dude, this guy's a loser, man. Leave me alone, Tong.
Nah, but what's the crazy thing you guys would expect? Like, you guys said the logical sense of it. What's the crazy thing you guys would expect from Apple to do?
I want the Apple car to freaking fly.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah, why not? Go all
Let's
out
take it
there.
up
I
a
want my
notch.
Apple private jet,
Let's
please.
go. Let's go Jetsons. You want to look? Apple is behind with all these other companies. Apple's like looking at virtual reality now. Who's been doing that for years? Apple's like, oh, we're gonna look at an Apple car right now. You want to shake things up? Make me a flying car, son.
Apple drone car.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Let's do it.
I know
Apple
laws and
drone
regulations
car.
have to pass, blah, blah, blah. I mean, even if Apple made like, what, Steven, you saw that, was it Hendo? The hoverboard?
Yeah, the Hendo hoverboard,
If I'm not saying we need it, but look, I'm not saying we need any of this stuff, quite honestly, but, Apple is behind with all the cool stuff that's happening in tech right now, quite honestly, They're making smart business decisions, but, are we going to see something that makes us go, oh, this is what I remember being excited like this? Like, we're not. We're just not. And it's a different time, right? It's a different era.
Apple hasn't set the tone for an industry since the iPhone, as far as I can remember.
iPad.
Okay,
But iPad's plateau.
but Apple, in typical Apple fashion, they'll watch everybody else do it, watch everybody make iPads, watch everybody make smartwatches, and then, come out with their version. So I see the same thing happening with VR. And seriously, if a car is coming, then the same thing will happen there.
Make it fly.
Make it, and it'll fly.
Make it fly. Hey, David, we're going to go around here because we do want to get to some other calls, but everyone in here, what's your crazy thing real fast before we hang up on Yo?
Sure, I don't know. I don't really think about anything crazy because Apple doesn't really do anything crazy, so that's why I'm like,
Oh my God, you just went from a fanboy to hater in like 5 minutes.
I thought you were going to say everything Apple does, I love. They do nothing wrong. The Apple Watch is the craziest, most groundbreaking product I've ever seen.
And let us say, amen.
All right, David, hey.
Before you guys go,
Yeah.
can someone hide Brian's iPad, please? Do the world and humanity a favor.
What do you mean hide this iPad? Here, this is just for you, David.
You hide it? Was that the second time I was going to throw up in my mouth a little bit? Because it
There's
just
still one
happened.
more.
There's one more opportunity.
That's what
I
you get,
think.
David. David, that is what you get for telling me to hide my iPad, okay?
Don't worry. I'm gonna stop watching the CNET live just for that.
Honestly, I highly doubt that, but you can say that. I highly doubt that. What other side are you going to go and have fun like this? Nowhere. All right, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Good man. That made my day. Dude's like, wait, I don't know who actually was Shamar on longer than David or we forgot Shamar was on the phone.
That's
so
right.
I think David might have beat Shamar.
I don't know. I'm not really sure right now.
We need a leaderboard.
Okay, let's go check out the hashtags on CNET Live on Twitter. Just we asked everybody what exactly they want. Here we go. John Jeff says, I'd like to see a touchscreen laptop. That would be cool. He's in line with Stephen Beacham. How about wireless charging? Ryan Snow, what a new innovation that we has been around for years. Ryan, we are with you. Uh-oh. Navneet wants a new iPod Shuffle.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wait, what year?
Throwback. Throwback Thursday? It's on Thursday.
iPod Shuffle. Yeah, I'm just reading what I see. Francis Lim, I want to see Mac OS and iOS gather and make an OS together. One OS to rule them all.
Nope.
Here's the thing though. Like after using the Surface and seeing how behind it feels to use the iPad Pro, I don't think they're gonna do it anytime soon. But that whole hybrid laptop experience,
Yeah, continuum.
they're so
Makes
behind
sense.
on that because like I can do real work on the Surface Pro. I can't really do real work comfortably in that same way. So you just feel it. It's like, it feels like you're like, I want it to do more. And people are taunting me that like, oh, why don't you just get a Pro? I'm like, well, all my stuff is on the ecosystem, Apple's ecosystem. Then they're like, well, you can use iTunes on the Surface Pro. I'm like, you're right, but it's not exactly integrated the same. Like, let's be real. We don't have time. We want to make it easy on us.
Right.
We just want it easy sometimes, and I'm not saying I'm an eye sheep, but, I've been doing it for quite some time.
But you've been saying bad.
Bad apple.
I'm not an eye sheep, but I'm saying
Bad apple, eye sheep. Oh. Okay, let's go to the phone lines again. What time are we at? 9:55? 9:55. They're going to start in about 5 minutes.
Their
We're going to
live
keep
blog
on
is
pounding
up,
through. Our live blog, you guys can go to live.cnet.com. Haven't we been... Our actual stream has been going on that live blog, hasn't it?
It's embedded at the top. I just have it paused right now, but you can watch us live and watch the live blog at the same time.
Ladies, I forgot crazy stuff. Any crazy stuff? We didn't really go around. Just random. Could be a unicorn. I don't care. No?
Yeah, well, no, I kind of like the Steven's suggestion of the iPad. The Apple drone car. I think why not? Seriously,
wait, which
why not?
was derivative of my flying car for the record?
Yes.
It
For the
was.
record.
Add a drone.
Just add drone to
okay.
anything.
This is collaborative, right?
Yeah.
Apple car, Apple flying car, drone flying Apple car.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Agreed.
Agreed. All right, we're gonna go check out our buddy in Orlando, Gian. Am I saying your name correctly?
Yes, you are.
Gian, excellent.
Hey, everybody, how are you?
Good. Thanks for calling CNET Live. What's up, buddy?
Well, I want to talk about the iPad Pro software, man.
Okay.
Please do.
All right, man. So here's the thing. Surface Pro kind of shot the first shot by revealing that whole Surface thing in the beginning. And then, iPad, Apple took a shot by revealing the iPad Pro. But let's be honest, iPad Pro was a failure in terms of working. In terms of entertainment and a consumer-friendly device, yeah, sure, that's good. But in terms of actual working device for actual schoolwork and actual programs, it failed. So here's what I'm wondering. Do you think Apple would ever actually open up their software and make it a little bit of a PC and tablet OS combo?
Well,
like, the Mac software put in their iPads.
How about this? Let's not use the word open with Apple ever because they're a closed, controlled environment. But would they be open to making a true hybrid OS? I hope so. To me, the iPad can't get really any more sophisticated based on what they have. It just won't, right? Even this whole multitasking thing, it's still just like having two iPad screens. It's not like you're getting more.
Not even.
You're not, right?
Not
I mean,
even.
yeah, it's slimmer than that.
They released that software, and they were like, they painted it so pretty on the wall. They were like, okay, we're competing against Galaxy now. But then I actually had the iPad Air 2. I ended up selling that thing, but I actually had it, and I got the software. And then when I actually started opening two at the same time, I was like, this is it?
I don't even use it.
It doesn't let you do anything else. It's just some apps.
Yeah.
Not even YouTube.
No.
One of the most apps that you wanna do in split screen, YouTube, it doesn't even let you use that app in split screen.
Yeah, I feel you.
So
I feel your pain.
Disappointment.
I feel your pain, man. So we'll see what they do. Realistically, any new iPad developments, we might actually end up seeing in September when they always, show off the new iOS stuff related to the phone, related to the tablets. That is a long ways, but without a doubt, you're preaching to the choir right now. They are completely behind with this whole hybrid OS, and they could do it if they want to, but they've got to really open their minds up and think different.
I actually feel that ever since they released that USB Type-C, since it's a lot faster, I believe they're actually going to integrate that into the iPad Pro, at least the next gen one. And because if they do that, you get me, they might be able to actually open for transferring files and actually using an actual USB for a computer. It'll make it computer-like. It won't make it computer, but it will make it computer-like if they at least change their port to USB Type-C. I honestly don't see that very likely, but I see it as a possibility since they did implement it into their MacBook, and they pretty much let go of that magnetic connector. So I see it as them maybe letting it go that lightning adapter and maybe just switching over to that USB Type-C.
What we didn't really talk about is if the iPad Pro Mini or whatever they're calling it.
The 9.7-inch one that's
Yeah.
coming out today.
The
Is-
SE, the iPad Pro SE. Let's call it like that. 'Cause it's the cheap version of the iPad Pro.
Sure, for the duration of
Shots
this
fired.
call, we'll
Shots
call
fired.
it that. If the features on this upcoming tablet, the Pro, are going to be better than the first iPad Pro, people are going to be so angry, right? Because they've had a few months to theoretically upgrade those features. If there's like USB Type-C included or better camera or whatever,
There will be a better camera.
there will
unfortunately.
be huge buyer's remorse. People are going to be very upset.
Well, that happened to me when I got the the iPad third generation. They released an updated one 6 months later. That was like,
Yeah, remember
far
that?
better
That was
than
brutal. That was
6
brutal.
months, and then I
That
was just like,
brutal.
I don't think I'm ever gonna buy.
Really
an iPad.
hope they don't
That's
do
why
that
the
again.
iPad is dying. That's why they don't have any really big value anymore. They keep releasing these new ones, and they don't really have this big innovation in them. They only have little tweaks and little features added to them. So people don't really see the need to buy a new iPad.
Yep. So, hey, Gian, thank you for your great points. We appreciate it. And call us next time, all right?
All right, man.
Cool.
Bye.
Thank you. So just to let you know, we have some people on the phone lines, but we're going to start transitioning over on our live blog. It looks like the lights have dimmed out, and it's go time. For the record, we do not have access to Apple's live stream, so we know you guys can watch it on Apple side, on your Apple TV. We will do our own play-by-play for those of you that want to hang with us, and then we'll come back after the show like we normally do. But we just want to let you know, following our live blog right now, just because we can't show off the actual video, the Apple event has started. So we're just going to kind of follow along with the live blog, hang out, shoot the, stuff, and then shoot the stuff. And if there's a place for us to take some calls, we will, but we don't want to guarantee that. If you're waiting on the phone lines, you can wait, but we'd like to kind of talk about stuff that's relevant to the keynote as it's happening. So we're going to jump out. Like food. Of course.
It's important. Everyone knows that the food is part of a successful event. So let's see. We have to rate the food. I see
So-
some good sandwiches there.
Yeah. Right now, Tim Cook is on stage.
Sandwiches
Just
more
to let you
importantly.
know,
Fine, that's more interesting than sandwich.
Apple is kind of showing off a montage talking about how they're really trying to celebrate Apple's 40th birthday on April the 1st. April Fool's Day is Apple's 40th
birthday.
anniversary. They showcase a montage with the Genius Bar and the Newton that and show the progression of Apple's products. So Tim Cook is just talking about that, and up to this point, he says there are now 1 billion Apple devices in use currently around the world. That's a lot.
That's a big number.
That's a huge
Very
number.
big number.
The company did state that in their January during its last earnings report. So we'll kind of see what else they talk about. One other indication about here, right? The keynote is at Apple's campus. So that in itself would indicate we're not going to see anything big. Otherwise, they would have invited a lot more media
Right.
to a
Yeah,
bigger venue.
It's a smaller, more intimate event. Tim Cook's on stage. I can see him dressed in his, typical outfit. It's funny how they stick to the same kind of aesthetic.
He's doing sweater with the collar
sweater
action.
with collar, yeah.
Tim Cook right now is saying our products are such an important part of people's daily lives. And with that comes a significant responsibility. He'd like to address something that's on everybody's mind. FBI, maybe? He says, we built the iPhone for you, our customers, and we know it's a deeply personal device. That's where we're at right now, so we'll kind of hang out. But like Sharon and us alluded to, probably some mention of the FBI, not dwelling on it, but just kind of a nice little PR.
Acknowledgement, exactly.
About a month ago, he says, we asked Americans across the country to join in a conversation. We need to decide as a nation how much power the government should have over our data and over our privacy. I've been humbled and deeply grateful for the outpouring of support we've received from Americans all across the country. Now, when you first heard the whole thing, because it kind of, I could see both sides of the coin, right? But were you instantly like, keep it locked, or were you like, oh, there might be, I think my mind kind of flipped around a little bit, just because you can see why there might be, I can see the other side, why there's an argument to let it, leave it open, but at the end of the day, no.
Well, I think Apple's thesis is there's no such thing as just opening a back door temporarily for this one case. It's going to snowball into a situation that nobody wants, where, you know, the government has backdoor access whenever they feel like it, whenever they deem necessary. Because once that cat's out of the bag, forget about it. Yeah, it's meowing all the way.
Meow, meow. All right. He said, we've been humbled and deeply grateful for the outpouring of support. We did not expect to be in this position at odds with our government, but we believe strongly we have a responsibility to protect your data. This is an issue that impacts all of us, and we will not shrink from this responsibility. And the House, lots of cheers from the Apple execs for those comments.
Of course.
I'm surprised there was no
I don't
standing
think they really
up.
have a choice.
But again, transitions quickly. Let's get back to why you're here this morning. Because so many people use our products every day, we understand we have an opportunity and a responsibility to impact things for the better. So he says they're talking about 2 initiatives where they're trying to leave the world better than we found it.
Oh, God. My heart melted.
Yeah.
Lisa Jackson is up. I'm not sure her specific role with Apple, but she's up to talk about the environment. So they always like to talk about their environmental impact. Okay, it's like we're trying to reduce as much waste as we can, but how many of these things are sitting somewhere?
1 billion.
I mean...
Well, the good news is that, I mean, really, you can take your old devices to an Apple store and put it in the recycling program. They've got that going for them. I can't think of another device maker that makes it that easy.
That easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of device makers do have specific programs, but again, it's more elaborate. You have to mail in at something. You have to take it to a specific location. And then there's a lot of research behind it. It's not just drop into a store and, you know, there you go.
Even with your old computers, I remember I was like, how do I get rid of this? Where do I actually throw it away?
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, man, yeah.
And I would, like, take out my hard drive because I didn't want anyone to, like,
Oh, yeah.
like, you would
I
manually remove the hard. Why are you smiling, Steven?
We all do the same.
Why are you
We all
smiling?
do it.
What files are on your hard drive, Steven? what files you got on your hard drive, Steven Beacham?
Some tax documents, maybe.
Personal family photos. You don't want anyone to get a hold of those. Those are my photos.
Exactly. Just put a hammer to it, and there you go.
My photos. They're just talking about Apple's overall environmental impact. 2 years ago, we told you about our goal be 100% renewable in 100% of our operations. Currently, 93% of our facilities worldwide run on renewable energy. There are 100% renewable in 23 countries around the world.
I hope this is leading into something that, like,
the iPhone
we woke
5,
up at
the iPhone
6 a.m.
SE.
for.
The iPhone SE.
Gosh, but I mean, like you said, put this in a press release.
Yo.
No offense. I mean, this stuff matters, but
Hey, come on. They just told us in China they built a solar farm. Dope.
right, that's pretty cool.
That's what I woke up for.
I woke up
That's
like
what we
this.
woke up for. My goodness.
Could they build some solar farms here in the U.S. too, please?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, if it didn't cost so
Too
much,
expensive.
right? Right? I mean, wouldn't one of the most? I mean, there are some of those solar farms. Is it on the 5 when you drive down to L.A.? Where is it that I saw that?
Livermore.
Oh yeah, there's
right.
What's it called? Altamont Pass.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
So you see some of of that,
Yeah,
but
totally.
I was gonna say, right? They should just turn that whole open area into solar farms. But it's gonna cost too much.
Solar paneled iPhone. That's where this is leading.
Well, they do have patents for that.
Oh.
What if iPhone SE stood for
for
solar
solar
energy?
My mind is blown. My mind is blown. Oh my god.
Maybe it's not.
Oh my gosh.
They're all no. It's just a 4-inch. It's just a 4-inch
special
iPhone.
edition.
Yeah.
It's just special.
We can dream, though. Come on.
But
Don't
they
have
do have
dreams.
patents where a solar panel would be embedded into the actual screen, and it would be able to gather light through the screen itself.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's innovative.
You know why they aren't going to use it? Because it'd probably make the phone twice as thick right now. So they're continuing to talk about their iPhone SE solar energy, yo.
I love that.
I want it to be that. I really
That
want
is
that to be
juicy.
it.
Now I have a reason to be like upset with an outcome that isn't.
Because it's not what we
SE solar energy. I feel so invested now.
This is quite a bummer. They're like, let's see what else is going on here. Still talking, 99% of their packaging comes from paper. They're spending a lot of time on this.
That's a very big chunk of
I
time
didn't-
if it's
10
not
minutes.
solar energy phone.
I mean, we here in San Francisco Bay Area are conscious about the environment. We have literally 3 separate bins. I know other states Some are catching
Takes
up.
me 10 minutes
right?
to throw my lunch away.
Compost, recyclable, and waste. Okay, we're around. I remember when I first started doing it, I'm like, oh my goodness, but it just becomes a habit, right?
It does. It does.
But I mean,
you build it into the time that you spend taking a lunch.
Yeah, basically. But I mean, come on, Apple. Let's. We're not anti-environment here. Let's be real.
We're all on the same page. We all want the same thing.
No, we are.
Let's,
iPhone solar energy is what we want.
Exactly.
They're still focusing on reuse and recycling. I'm gonna just see here what we've got from our Twitter world. Let's see, anything worth mentioning?
Oh man.
Not really. No. We're just gonna keep on waiting. So
yeah,
we'll just hang here. I'm gonna actually ask the Twitterverse here that's watching our show right now. We know that there's 2 products ideally being announced. Which one are you more excited about seeing? iPhone SE, solar energy, or the iPad Pro 9.7 inch? Just hashtag CNET Live. Send it our way. We'll throw up your responses up on the screen just because we've got to do something to pass this time.
I know. Well, they're talking about, there's a lot of photos. I'm watching the stream, and there are a lot of photos of forests.
Oh.
and there's a misty fog. Maybe we can start describing the beautiful stock photography that they're using. Misty forests, clouds drifting across. Reuse and recycling is the caption played at the moment.
Oh,
There's some photos of a lot of destroyed gadgets that are sitting in a big pile. Then there's
this is our beautiful recycling center.
Yeah,
it has to be going somewhere.
It is. There's a woman clutching a cup of coffee.
That horrible situation probably is like an example of what they're saying. This is not what we do.
Right.
It looks like just tech garbage thrown somewhere. Who knows where exactly that is? Probably not anywhere in the U.S., unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
And there's a robot who is deconstructing the old iPhones so parts can be repurposed. That's called Liam. Now, why would you name an
Taken.
Taken. Liam Neeson.
Yes, Taken. Taken for the recycler.
Taken iPhone.
Yes. An iPhone has been kidnapped that was supposed to be recycled.
And then he's
but
got to take it back.
He's got to get it back to the recycling center. Taken 4. They've made a lot of movies about this.
Seriously, that would not surprise me.
There was Taken, and then there was Tooked, and there was Tooked.
Tooken. There is. The Apple is showing a video right now, a lovely environmental video about the life cycle of its products. I'm not here to hate. I'm just here to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, Apple.
Yikes.
Watching that robot deconstruct
solar energy.
And watching it deconstruct that iPhone. Wow. It's kind of strange that they've done all these slow-mo moves of all the different parts.
Pretty cool, though.
It is pretty cool. It's almost a little bit sexy.
Hey, Beecham, while we're waiting, iTrade on Twitter is asking what mic models are we using. They're interested in the equipment setup. He's eyes he checks.
These are Electro Voice.
Electro Voice? I don't think your mic's up. There you go.
I can't see the number. Sorry.
Oh, RE20. RE20.
Oh, yeah. Electro Voice. These are classics.
Classics.
Good. See, the thing is that we're here so much, it's not like we look at the equipment every day and remember it. I mean, you're here like every day almost, right?
Every day. I'm in this room almost.
Apple is still talking about their parts and their components. The silver from the motherboard can be used in a solar. There's that buzzword again, solar panel.
Solar. There's so much solar.
Dude.
Oh, you know what? Official CNET Twitter account has just said we're very attached to the idea that SE means solar energy. It's just gone out there. Seriously.
Let's just throw it
I
into
think we
the
started
ether.
something.
Let's just throw it out there, y'all. I mean, let's shake it up a little bit. I wouldn't buy that phone, but I would be happy that it existed.
I would buy it.
I would buy it. Why wouldn't you buy it?
Oh my gosh. You don't have to
Because
maniacally look for outlets all day long.
I don't maniacally look for outlets.
Well,
I know.
also, but to be fair, solar energy charging, takes a while.
Right?
And also,
it takes like hours for like 10 minutes
and
of
also
juice.
funny because every time there's a sunny day in San Francisco, I go and sit outside. I'm like, oh, the sunshine's beautiful. My phone's sitting next to me, and it gets really hot, and then it actually just shuts down because it overheats.
yeah, right when it gets roasted, right?
Yeah, when it gets enough,
it gets freaking roasted.
enough
on
energy.
your
Yeah,
iPhone.
exactly.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly, you know that.
It gets toasty. It gets
toasty.
toasty.
It gets toasty and warm.
Okay, Apple is here telling more great stories. Tim Cook is back on stage. The second initiative we'd like to talk about is health. Now, maybe we'll see something with these bands. Who knows?
Right.
But
diagnostic sport. I'm telling
Jeff
you.
Williams, Jeff Williams has kind of been the face for the Apple Watch now. He's coming up to talk about their progress with the ResearchKit. This will be really appealing to those of you who have been following kind of some medical institutions are using the Apple Watch and the iPhone with apps to gain data, information. They've even used like test case situations to try and see how these apps will work better and integrate with your life. So Apple's really pushed for HealthKit kind of being our digital health assistant, one-stop everything.
It's that perfect future where your doctor emails you like, "Hey, Sharon, based on your Apple Watch data, I've noticed that your heart rate is, you're like, oh, I didn't even have to go to the doctor. You just noticed." So.
Will we have to pee on an iPhone for drug tests to see if we're pregnant?
Hey,
don't laugh. I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah,
seriously.
Doesn't that already exist?
I actually think
there'll be a dongle.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think there might be a diagnostic dongle.
I mean, there are already iPhone.
Honest, someone look it up. There's this tool called Google. Someone look it up. I'm just paying attention to what's happening. Someone please help us out. Ladies, go at it.
I'm going. Yes, new iPhone app allows customers to test their urine on the go for as many as 25 different diseases.
Well, you're in luck.
It's a new app. It's a new app. It's so good. Yeah,
you like. I'm pretty punny sometimes. Huh? Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Though.
However, this is just an app. This is not a pee on a stick kind of thing.
Wait, so you pee on the app?
You take a photo of a urine sample.
What?
Yes.
That's weird.
And then it analyzes it. That's so bizarre. It's priced at $20 and comes with 5. It does come with 5 test sticks. Okay, so you take a photo of the urine sample on the stick.
On the stick.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So you're not taking a photo of the actual jar of the urine. That would just be bizarre.
Wait. But does the stick? I mean, I know. I'm just asking. Tell me everything about this, Lexi.
Sure.
I
will tell you everything I've just read.
Full-on interview.
I was like, so what does the stick actually tell you? You're like, I don't know. It's a pee stick, dude.
It's a pee stick, and you put it on a mat, and it changes color, and then you take a photo of it, and then
analyze the
Seems
color.
like a lot of
analyze
work.
the color.
Oh, just go
Stick
buy
with the classic pregnancy test
pee
from
on
the
a
grocery
stick.
store.
Quite
Just pee on a
honestly,
stick.
if you're bored as hell at the Apple keynote right now, you should just be hanging out with us.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like we're barely even watching the keynote right now, and we're having way more fun.
Totally.
I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Just, why are
We're
you
talking
doing
about
anything?
all this fun stuff like heart palpitations, Alzheimer's.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what we woke up for.
I know. Well, the thing is, there's so many. Like, this is going to be the next big area.
Yeah,
is health
this
diagnostics
is huge.
using your
It is
phone.
true.
Like, the scanner do, like the ECG, electrocardiogram reader, all this stuff. It's just starting to gain momentum now, but this is really big. Diagnostics that you can instantly feed back to your doctor. This is going to be big. And Apple wants to be, at the forefront of it.
want to
And
be
so
there.
to have your data, that's the thing.
I mean, there's all of iHealth's devices, and we've seen a lot of third-party health add-ons like things, like peeing on.
What was the
Like,
stick
what
called
do you
again? What was it called again?
Oh, geez.
The urinalysis.
Urinalysis. Yeah, I love it. I love it.
It makes sense for Apple to actually own this space and foster it and help it grow and help it, be really useful, not just in a way that you can actually use it with your doctor or to actually make decisions about your health and not just recreationally. So, I think this year especially, we're getting into real medical grade devices, not just these recreational, maybe it's accurate, maybe it's not sort of thing. So I don't really see what Apple is announcing here, but they're just dedicating a lot of time to ResearchKit.
They care about your health.
Well,
that's the thing. We care.
That's what it was.
The thing about it is, though,
Okay.
out of any mobile platform right now, Apple, at least, they have the platform in place,
Yep.
quite honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't matured yet. It's we're like year 1.5 now, deep into this whole HealthKit platform. And if anyone, they are the company that's doing the most with it. It is not the most consumer sexy thing, but in time, how they are hooked up with physical not gadgets, but medical devices that can integrate that info.
Yeah.
I mean, it was even rumored that the original Apple Watch, they were trying to have it do a lot more than just heart rate, like glucose levels
Yep.
and other things, but they said it was too expensive. They just couldn't fine tune it at the time. Maybe we'll see that. Even though glucose levels doesn't affect everyone, people with diabetes or whatnot.
Which is a huge portion of the population.
It can be helpful. So it's just interesting. They have everything in place, quite honestly.
Yeah.
They are the largest platform, at least to do this type of health stuff. So it's just baby steps.
And with this, it's always the question of, are these devices that Apple is going to make, or are they just providing the platform? I mean, it sounds like it's going to be the latter, but are we going to see hardware with partners today? Glucose monitors, EKG bands?
I could put a few sensors in the iPhone.
I don't want to know what sort of sensors they would be tracking, right? But
Well, I mean, it could analyze sweat, which has glucose levels in it. Just saying.
discrete sensing. Yeah. Okay. I see.
Maybe there's like an odor sensor. You know, time to change. You know.
Let's go back to the wrist-based monitoring.
Let's keep it PG rated. Yeah.
I mean, it's like the iChonies.
What?
Aren't chonies your underwear? In
I have
your chonies?
I've never heard of that.
What? We need someone.
Come on. We're in California. I'm pretty sure. CNET Espanol, iChonies? iChonies? Quite possibly. There's. Wait, Harry. Yeah.
Check it out.
Ooh, that girl's so scandalous. Handle this.
You shaking that thing like
Who's the ish?
look in the eye so
Devilish.
you like to dance on the hip hop spots. You
Move to the grooves to connect the dots. Not just a bit. She liked the pop. She was living la vida loca. She had dumps like a truck.
Yeah.
Baby, move your butt.
Honestly,
I think I'll sing it again.
if I could store as much practical knowledge as I could lyrics, my
know,
life would be so
right?
different.
I know.
But
Why
but
do I know the
geniuses.
words to that song?
But there's an actual connection of learning between music and how it bonds with your brain.
Then they need
Maybe
to make,
that's we everything that we need to retain we should just learn as a song.
I agree.
That's what Schoolhouse Rock was built on.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Am I right?
Great classic songs like iPad Feel My Face.
Oh,
iPhone 5 on it. Great songs.
wow.
Fantastic
Tunes.
song.
Chart
Tunes.
toppers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Chart
chart toppers. They are announcing a very first Care Kit app that will be released today for Parkinson's. While we were having fun here, they were talking about how there's a new app that could actually detect, assess if a patient has Parkinson's, listening to their talking, measuring their walking, and looking for tremors when they actually touch the screen. That's pretty insane.
That's a big thing. That's a big deal.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah.
So speaking of Parkinson's, Silicon Valley Comic Con just happened. Michael J. Fox was in the house.
I heard you asked a question.
I did ask a question about
Yeah.
the self-lacing shoes because I'm curious about that. Just his thoughts on it. But yeah, the Health Kit, Care Kit app will be Care Kit is a framework to build apps that empower people to take an active role in their care.
Oh my gosh. Do you know how many
That's-
app developers are groaning right now? Like, oh, we've just spent years making
developing.
our own apps. Now we have to redesign
Yeah.
everything for Care Kit.
Apple never does that.
Oh. Jeez.
Jeez Louise.
Hopefully it's easy.
Jeez Louise.
Maybe we'll get a developer to call in and tell us how angry or happy they are.
So again, right now it's 10:22. We're about 20 minutes in their keynote. They've spent the first big chunk talking about their two initiatives: the environment and their research kit, health kit, care kit. There's too many kits to think about right
Home
now.
Kit, Care
Yeah.
Kit, Research Kit,
Apple Watch kit,
Kit,
Solar energy
Kit, Kit,
Night
Night
Rider.
Rider
Kit.
kit, Kit and Play.
Kit,
Kit Kat.
Kit.
We're clearly delirious here.
We're clearly waiting for some
We're-
exciting
Yeah,
news to appear.
Like I'm seriously delirious.
Like,
all-
seriously.
I mean, even on a normal day. So.
Oh.
Still talking about this. I really appreciate the iThong song. The thong. That really got my juices flowing, Steven.
Yeah, it's
Play it
inspiring.
again. Why not?
You were just feeling it. How I just gotta roll with
Yeah,
this.
we're gonna break it up a little
No,
bit.
I love it. That's why you're the man. You know how to pick us up. Let's see here. I'm gonna try and take a look at all y'all on our CNET Live
On the Twitters.
on the Twitters. What people are saying. Raj showing us love, telling his friends watch the CNET's Apple iPhone iPad 2016 event. So far, it's been Care Kit and Environment.
Woo!
It's all good. David O'Connell showing us love, having a good time with the keynote as well. They Sagar Dingra
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
You're doing
firing
good,
on the
though.
names
Good,
today.
good.
Yeah.
I feel it. Yeah, let's pat myself on the back for pronouncing words. He says he appreciates what Apple is doing for health, but that's not them. Other companies are doing a better job. Well, in partnership with Apple, I think that's where you can see the advantage, just because.
I mean, Samsung has its own program. They dedicated, wasn't it their developers conference, or a lot of it to their health kit competitor, which I'm forgetting what it's called now. But we haven't heard about it.
Is it S Health on?
S Health. No, it's not S Health. That's their app.
I know.
Oh.
No. Meaning, like, you could basically say, like,
Yeah.
oh, is it S
something?
blank?
Anything. So, yeah.
Here we go,
Where
guys.
was
Ladies,
I?
I'm just going to
Oh.
jump in here.
Here
Tim
we
Cook is
go.
back up.
Up.
It appears that there are some Apple Watch news. Tim Cook has said, since we launched it less than a year ago, the Apple Watch has become the top selling smartwatch in the world, which I don't doubt. Smartwatch, not fitness wearable.
No.
Yeah.
That belongs to Fitbit.
Right.
So,
Right. Correct.
just throwing
it's
it
not
out
in
there.
that lineup of data.
Yeah. If you're talking about a pure smartwatch, yes. And we projected that. And what are you going to say?
I was going to say that I think that Apple's stats are actually compared to Android Wear watches in general, and that it outsells all Android Wear watches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would expect that, quite honestly.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Based on what you look in the wild, what you've seen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have seen a few, mostly Motorola 360 watches from like kind of the first release. People were kind of feeling that because of the circular design.
Yep.
I've seen a couple Samsung watches, but mostly if you see a smartwatch, it's an Apple Watch. A few Pebbles, but not as many as I thought.
Yeah, I think Pebble's at the bottom.
They
Yeah,
fix like
now.
there's so much. I get really, quite honestly, tech press around Pebble, but I don't
Yeah.
see that many people wearing them.
No.
Okay, here we go. He's talking about how customers love it. People are also charging the bands, and these new changing the bands. So they're saying about a third of our Apple Watches, rich people, regularly change their bands. So they're introducing brand new colors made from a whole new material, new woven nylon bands.
You guys, this is ridiculous. If you told me 10 years ago that we would be covering new fabric.
I know. We would have just laughed ourselves out of
Apple
the
better
room.
give us more than this.
No. Honestly, I am blown away by this innovation.
Oh.
There's a
Sharon thought I was serious. Sharon thought I was serious.
That's what you were waiting for?
I mean, for
Apple
go ahead.
TV, Apple TV news.
Oh, really?
Apple TV is now up.
Okay, good.
Oh, something happening.
People are absolutely loving
Wait,
the
you guys,
Apple TV.
hold
What?
on. First,
What?
Apple Watch now starts at $299.
Instead of $4.99,
$3.99.
Sorry,
Yeah.
$3.99.
Word.
All right, that's cool. People are absolutely loving the new Apple TV. We had the largest sales ever for Apple TV. I was one of those. After it hit the market late last year, I'm going to be real. I like the interface. We have 5,000 apps on the App Store. Really, it doesn't feel that way. I like.
It's
No.
all
It's all-
versions of what is that bird? Flappy, not
Flappy
Flappy.
Bird,
No,
Angry
the
Bird.
dodgy. What is it called?
Wait,
Skippy,
hold on. No, hold on.
Froggy.
No.
Come on,
The
guys.
Frogger
It's the
one.
Frogger
The
one.
Frogger ripoff. The one that
There's
goes
like a million of those.
Happy Jump or something? No, what is it called?
Oh,
Oh
Skippy.
yeah, you were into
Skippy
that. You were
Poo.
into that
What is
game
it?
for a while.
What is that? What is that?
Jumpy.
Oh,
I have it on my stupid
Gosh,
iPad.
come on,
Should I
guys.
look?
Someone help us.
Not Flappy Bird.
No.
Crossy Road.
Crossy
Crossy Road. Crossy Road. Thank
Got
you.
there eventually.
It is pretty awesome though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's talking about Apple TV right now. For the record, I can understand why Sharon thought I was serious, because when I talk to the camera, she basically sees like this back part of my head. So like she can't tell when I'm super serious, right? Like you can't. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I was totally thought you were serious." Apple's going over some Apple TV apps. What if they drop their subscription service today? What if that's what I asked for?
Come true.
That's what I asked for.
That's why I got excited, because I was like, Apple TV, maybe this is it.
Yeah.
Well,
No, they're gonna be like, we're because you love it so much in all of our apps, we're gonna offer a new one with more storage capability. Thanks.
thanks, guys.
Thanks, yo. Thanks for that. Thanks for nothing. He's just showcasing up. This is just a sample of what's available on Apple TV, and much more is coming. TVOS powers Apple TV. At its heart is Siri.
Okay.
Yep, we know that.
I will say about the Apple TV, the fact that all apps require it to be compatible with the remote first hinders it.
Yeah.
Like, and I think if you're an app developer who's thinking of making a crazy game, they're not going to do it.
No.
No.
It's so limiting.
Yeah.
But they did bring Sonic the Hedgehog out.
Oh, really?
They did?
Yeah, they
Whoa.
for the Apple TV, and it's like $2.99.
When?
Wow.
Just like this past week.
Okay, that
I wish I
changes
could
the
remote
game.
download this.
That changes.
I'm
the
just
game.
saying that's a game changer. Let's just be
Wow.
real. They're talking about, wow, this is lame. He said TVOS powers it. He says, you now can say show me movies with Kevin Hart. Siri searches the popular app so you don't have to. We've got more coming and we'll keep adding more over time.
Oh my gosh, this
Hang
is the
on.
best announcement of the day. You can now use voice dictation to enter text on the screen.
Yay!
That was yeah,
Finally.
they put that in the beta. So yes, you are correct. It was at the
Finally.
wait, this is the greatest announcement ever?
Yes.
Of the
I'm
day
taking you
so far.
seriously on that. I believe you.
It's not.
So believe you.
I'm passionate about it, but it's not the greatest.
You can now access your entire iCloud photo library, including live photos. That was also part of the beta. Just make sure you aren't uploading certain pictures, everybody. Don't want to see that on Apple TV.
Hey, Mom. Hey, welcome. Oh, sorry.
Look at my pic.
Yeah, I saw a movie the other day where that actually happened.
Sharon threw up in her mouth 3 times today. Okay, we got to do an over under. Over under. Sharon throws up in her mouth. Lexi's just like, oh, Brian, you
I want you to make me say something to make me throw up in my mouth. You haven't
Not
grossed
easily
me out
discussed.
enough yet.
I'm
Seriously,
not. I don't know.
it takes a lot to gross me
It
out.
does. I mean, I can't
Seriously.
say that
Try
on. I
harder.
can't say that on. I can't say it. So, okay. So that was all basically the beta features that we've seen are coming. Dictation, Siri for the App Store, iCloud photo library, live photos, and folders to organize your apps, which is nice. Tim Cook says he'd now like to talk about the iPhone, the most loved smartphone in the world. Today we're welcoming a new member to the iPhone family. Oh, really? I had no idea. Greg Joswiak is up to talk about the phone. He's been in a long time Apple exec. This is his first appearance on stage. That's what Shara is saying. Usually it is Phil Schiller, but Joswiak has had some love in the past years. He's starting off with, in 2015, Apple sold over 30 million 4-inch phones. And we want to sell 30 million more.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Second, we found a lot of these customers, it's their first iPhone. But what's a lot? Like, you could totally say it. A lot of them.
A lot of people.
10 people is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
A lot. Joswiak is the head of iPhone marketing. Thanks for the clarification, Miss Shara.
Oh, man. I wonder what it's going to look like. For the record, I don't think that it'll hint at any iPhone 7 design.
No,
Nah.
Yeah.
it's not going to.
No,
It'll
it'll
look
probably
like-
look like the iPhone 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official name, the iPhone SE. They don't say what it stands for. Let me show it to
Let
you.
me show. There we go. It's official.
Solar
Come on,
energy.
solar energy.
energy.
Solar
Come on.
energy. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. No.
No.
No, not gonna happen.
Okay.
All we want is just something innovative that we've never seen in technology. Is that too much to ask for at an Apple event?
These days.
It looks basically like the 5S.
5S.
sorry.
Oh.
That's
So-
kind of
Old
what
school
we-
style.
Yeah.
It's aluminum design. They made some refinements. It's the same, more blocky shape than the than the 6. So if you remember the 5, it had kind of like this mirrored edge around it. I actually thought the 5 design was pretty hot, but it scratched up a ton. So and it felt so light. It just didn't have enough weight on it.
Yeah.
That's why I arguably think the iPhone 4 minus antenna gate was one of my favorite design phones.
Wow.
It was really thick and strong and sturdy on the corners, but again, minus antenna gate.
Nice. That was the absolute worst.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, so you like a phone that didn't
Doesn't
work
work?
as a
Yeah.
phone?
The
Great, Brian.
design,
Yeah.
as long as it looks good.
Fat boy! I sheep my. So they're taking a lot of the
Oh, but
guts
now it
from the
comes in
6S.
pink. I
Oh.
mean,
Rose gold.
Rose gold. Sorry. I mean pink. I mean what?
The rose gold look like pink.
It's pink.
The heart of the iPhone SE is our chip, the amazing A9, which is embedded with the M9 processor. Advantages of the M9 processor, it tracks some of your motion activity, but also part of that processor allows you to say, hey Siri,
And that's,
without plugging it in.
that's why the Cookie Monster ad came out.
That is
a couple of days
correct.
ago to get people excited about this feature.
Cookies.
Cookies.
So it tracks your fitness, and oh, she said exactly what I said. That's so cool.
There you go.
It's almost
Oh.
like I work for Apple. Some people think that. I do not. Do not. So they're showing the GPU performance. Basically, this phone will be up to speed, like you all talked about, to be up to date with the latest OS stuff. That'll work with a 4-inch phone. A 64-bit A9 chip. We wanted to give it our most advanced camera system. So we'll see if they I doubt they do anything different, but what they have a current 12 megapixel camera with 4K video.
Yeah, we'll see if it's the same.
See, this is that moment when the iPhone SE shoots better video quality than your iPad Pro.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That moment just happened.
Hey, wait.
12
Hold on.
megapixel
Hold on.
eyesight
Shoot
camera.
video with your iPad Pro? Really? This is one of those guys?
I don't know. I rip on I destroy those people. I destroy those people.
Smile, everyone.
Hey, I can't see what's happening. It has the focus pixels, the two-tone flash, panorama up to 63 megapixels.
And a new image signal processor.
Yeah.
There you go.
40% of iPhones being used today are 4 inches or less. That's Shara's writing that kind of bullet point. According to the survey, it was 36.67. Just to be correct.
That's a lot of people.
just to be more
That's a
accurate.
significant portion.
But if you had a 4-inch phone, if you had the iPhone 5S, would you get excited about updating to this phone?
Yeah, because I think for a lot of people, the form factor is not such a big deal,
Maybe.
right? It's features rather than form factor.
Here's the
People are
thing.
comfortable
I
with
really
the
wanted
size.
to see a mini iPhone.
I'm never
6.
going backwards, but damn, a 4-inch phone would be nice to have again. Like, it's weird. Holding it is nicer, but I do like the bigger screen, but then holding that is a pain in the ass.
It is.
It's like there is no, let's see, 4-inch, 4.5 inches has to be the magic spot.
That's the sweet spot. And it
Make it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Don't make that. Don't make that.
That might be perfect.
Yeah, after all these years, who knew? It was a phone right in between. It'll have the latest high-speed Wi-Fi, 802.11 AC, LTE speeds 50% faster. This is all stuff that was in the iPhone 6s line. It also has Touch ID to keep the contents on your iPhone secure. Got to throw that one in. Security. Security. Apple Pay will be built in this phone, so again, getting all the
Nice.
latest tech. I bet you it will look nice just holding. It'll be like a cute iPhone.
It'll be so powerful.
Yeah, it'll be powerful.
It's a little pocket rocket. That's right.
Oh!
No. Okay.
Whoa!
No. Seriously.
Whoa, Lexi, I didn't throw up in my mouth. I just got really excited.
This is an Australian thing. It doesn't mean what you think it means,
No, it
right?
does, it
does.
does.
It means
I wasn't
it's
even
small and
taking it like
powerful.
I know what I want it to
It means
mean.
small and powerful. That's what it means.
I think you're digging
Just
yourself.
just like me, small and powerful.
Okay, so I don't say that in
Hashtag
America, right?
can't even. Hashtag can't even.
Do not say that in America.
I hate that. Seriously, I can't.
I can't. I just can't even right now.
Stop. I hate that crap. It cracks me up. I hate it so much.
Why do girls always travel in odd numbers?
Why?
Because they can't even.
Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I throw out so many bad jokes. You deserve at least 5 for the day. That's one. I like it. I like it.
Love it.
They're gonna start the iPhone priced at iPhone SE price at $399. So that's now these days without contracts, they're doing these different payment plans starting at $399 for the cost of the phone. The most affordable price we've ever introduced. Again, that's without contract. So $499 is the entry price with the phone. The current phone's $399 for this iPhone SE, which makes sense. We don't know what they're gonna do with the current other iPhones. Probably just sell through them, drop them another $50 or $100 just to get rid of them, quite honestly. But that's where we're starting at. iPhone SE does not stand for solar energy. They never said what it stood for, though, right?
No.
They never,
yet.
right? They always
don't.
make
They
up these
don't.
names.
What is the S?
Yeah, they've never officially said what it stood for.
S for speed.
One time it was
A lot of people
speed,
say-
then one year they added Siri, and then it was just the S, and we're like, why is it the... Then it was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's just the in-betweener S. We don't know what it means. Look at this phone line. Okay, look at this product line. This is a disaster right now.
Whoa.
It's like it should stand for like iPhone Samsung. It's like 5. Their phone line is like iPhone SE, iPhone 6, 6 Plus, iPhone 6S, 6S Plus.
That's so confusing. And it's just crazy.
So end of May. Okay, so this is insane. 5 different phones.
So many phones.
$399.
Available March 31.
Here's the other thing. It'll start with a 16 gig model, $399, 64 gig for $499. I am still of the school of thought, although some people may debate that. If you're packing a 4K video camera in a phone now, you've got to
start at
start with
32.
more than 16 now.
Yep.
Seriously, that's
Like, you've
It's
got
a
to.
scam. It's a scam to start.
We
at
use our
that.
phones as cameras more than any other time.
Well,
More than any other time, right?
they
The
want
cliche.
you to buy into iCloud.
They want you to. They don't want you to have 32 gigs.
Yeah.
They don't want you.
They.
Major keys.
I know. DJ Khaled.
Fan love.
Bless up.
Bless up. They don't want you.
They don't want you.
They don't want you
They
to have
don't want
32
you. Who's
gigs.
they? Who's they?
Who is they?
They. The haters.
They.
The people who don't want to see you succeed.
Fan love.
Man.
Major Keys.
Favorite Snapchatter by far.
It's a little too much. Like,
It's amazing.
I follow it and then I'm like, dude, you're saying like the same thing every day, but everyone watches it.
They love
Like,
it.
I don't. Do you follow DJ Khaled
I
on
don't.
Snapchat?
I know I should.
You don't. No, you don't
I
have
know,
to. You don't
but
have to.
everyone talks about him. I
You
know
don't
I
have to.
should.
You don't have to.
I feel like I'm missing out on something vital to
fun.
popular culture.
It's no, you're not. It's FOMO, right?
FOMO. Exactly. It's FOMO.
They're now talking about iOS 9.3. We've known the beta's been out. I think there's like they're on the 6th or 7th beta now, so they might officially be announcing it, which it looks like. Night shift, exposure to blue light. You did a little something on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes it hard for us to sleep, right?
Yeah,
You can talk about that a little bit.
I mean, the bullet points are basically that blue light disrupts your sleeping patterns, prevents your brain from releasing hormones that induce sleep, and so toning it down to warm orangey red colors will disrupt your sleep less, basically.
It'll help.
And
It'll make it
I've had
easier.
it on beta for a while, and I love it. I've just stopped noticing it. It's awesome.
Do you manually switch it on, or you just set it
I
to
have
go
it
on?
scheduled. Yeah.
They're also adding the ability to further protect your notes with password protection for notes that has been in the beta as well. So this is all stuff that maybe a general consumer who doesn't follow along quite as closely hasn't seen on the beta. So they're also talking the health app for iOS 9.3. You can easily add data to your dashboard. It kind of emulates what we see on the Apple Watch, those first 3 key points, your steps, I think like standing up, and what else was the other one? Calories, was it? I can't remember which 3 things was it. I have it, but
like calories burned, maybe?
it's like those 3 main things that are on your Apple Watch that I don't have anymore.
Elevation.
Not elevation. Walks.
I think
Sorry,
it is.
walks.
It's like, it's
Wow,
like
are you
energy.
dumb? It measures your walks. Thanks, Brian.
Strides.
What an idiot. Yeah, what are those 3 key points? Steps.
I think it is calories. Hold on.
Steps, calories, and floors. Oh no, how many you stand when you stand up?
Calories.
Yeah.
Heart rate, maybe, right?
Minutes exercised.
Oh, okay.
And standing.
Standing, that's right. Wait, did you just start using your Apple Watch again, or you just wore it for this?
No,
event?
I started using it again about a week ago.
Because I'm just curious.
No, just because I hadn't visited it in a while, and I saw there were a few apps that I saw came out that I wanted to give a shot, and we started using Slack.
And you
so
can
it's
use
nice
it on
to
your
get
Apple
the
Watch.
messages on the
Oh,
Apple
that's cool.
Watch. Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
I still won't use it.
Slack or the Apple Watch?
No, the Apple. So
You
for
were
the
wearing
record,
it for a while.
Yeah, I actually love how it looks. Well, because I bought the one that I got, but it just wasn't useful enough for me. And I'm the type I don't want to get bugged by all these notifications nonstop. It can be very annoying.
It takes time to fine tune it to the point where you're not constantly getting irritated.
I just literally turn on the do not disturb pretty much the whole time.
Yeah.
So, so there we go. iOS adding more useful features. I believe they're talking about education with the iPad. This is kind of multiple users, but it was specifically, at least in the beta, geared towards more education use. So I'm not sure if they're going to open that up or not, but they're showing a preview, a new suite of software and capabilities designed specifically for educators and students. Okay, Apple, multiple users on an iPad. Just do it already.
Oh,
Holy crap. Like,
Can't be. It
so
can't be hard.
they're basically saying, oh yeah, it's for education. Thanks for nothing.
Yeah.
Like, just open it up to the regular general public. I don't see how this is hard.
But then they wouldn't sell as many iPods.
I'm gonna kill them. iOS 9.3 is available today as an update, a free update.
Nice.
So you guys can all check that out if you want to. Maybe wait a few days and just see how it rolls out. The beta, because they've been on their 7th one, has been actually pretty good now. So we'll see what happens. Tim Cook is back up to talk about the iPad.
Here we go.
All right.
Apple, just a little context, released their 12.9-inch hulking iPad Pro, which I love. And then the 7.9-inch iPad Mini last fall. They did not update the iPad Air 2. So this is what we're expecting, everything we've heard, the iPad Pro 9.7-inch. Philly Schiller, head of marketing, is coming up stage to talk about the iPad. The first thing they always say, customers have really fallen in love with the new iPad Pro. It's like,
Yep.
Well, you have.
Okay, that's true.
I mean, like,
Wait,
you're just
whoa!
throwing
Thank
yourself
you,
out.
thank you for saying what needed to be
Who
said.
called me out? I did lick the iPad on camera.
Yeah,
multiple times.
Did I do it multiple times?
We're gonna.
I thought one I
GIF
smudged
it.
on
You
my
smudged
face.
it. You licked
The other
it.
one I did make out with.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a compilation video.
Yeah.
Mhm. A super cut.
You will not, Sharon Proface. You will not, Lexi Sabides. iPad sales have been in a free fall for the past years. We have talked about this in press keynotes on Extra Crunchy. If you don't, Apple Bite Extra Crunchy, if you don't know, it's a little podcast we do, me and Steven. Just in case you want to know a little bit more, a little more something. I'm going to stop the plug at that. I'm not that guy. Apple Bite Extra Crunchy is a great
Best podcast.
Dope. iPad sales have been in a free fall. They thought, iPad Pro might help kickstart it a little bit. That hasn't been the case. In December quarter, unit sales tumbled 25% from the previous year to 16.1 million. That marked the 8th quarter in a row iPad sales have fallen. 8 quarters in a row.
Crazy.
Wow.
So they're saying people love iPad Pro. It's a revolutionary device. The second member of the iPad Pro family come into the fold, an entirely new iPad Pro based around a 9.7-inch Retina display. It weighs less than a pound.
Nice.
Weighs less than a pound.
Okay.
See, to me,
Mhm.
it is great that they're bringing these features to the iPad, to the 9.7-inch, and maybe just because they're not selling as many iPads in general, that's why they're doing this, because quite honestly, the smart thing to do would have been to kept the iPad Pro,
Yeah.
and left this to create a differentiation. Now I've got to imagine there's going to be less people buying the iPad Pro 12.9.
Of course.
Just because they have a cheaper 9.7-inch one. Not everyone wants a big ass screen, except for me.
So, I mean, okay, so question. If Apple released both of these at the same time, what size would you have gotten?
Oh, I've been wanting a big screen iPad for
Okay,
like
fair.
2 years. Just
Fair.
but that's
Yeah.
me.
Fair.
And I know I tell people I'm not typical. I think like most people shouldn't do it because the functionality is very lacking. Like you're not really getting that much. You have to be even the app support. Uh-oh. Wait, hold up. I'm hearing something.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
iPad Pro. Okay. People that don't know, now you know. Just search it up.
If
iPad
you
Feel My
don't
Favorite.
know,
There
Now
you
you
know.
Oh my goodness. So what are they talking about here right now? iPad Pro.
Over 600 million PCs in use that are over 5 years old. This is really sad. That's a direct quote. Majority of it.
That is sad. That does sound sad when you say it out loud.
It does.
It does sound sad.
Really sad.
The majority of people coming to iPad Pro come from Windows.
Oh, that's a nice little stab.
Yeah.
I mean, but how many iPad Pros did they actually sell? I don't even know if they even
We
sold a
don't
million,
know.
quite
I
honestly.
think they folded it up into
Like-
everything else.
Yeah.
And this whole story that they tell, look, they said here, many of them find it's their ultimate PC replacement. It's not true.
No.
Like
No.
every single person that I have talked to that
How
has
do
an
you
iPad.
quantify that data?
Quite honestly, I actually don't even know a single person that has an iPad Pro, like a friend of
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah, neither do I.
I don't.
You're the
I mean, I
only
only have
person
one
who-
friend,
yeah.
so that might be why.
Forever alone.
My friend is the iPad Pro. I love you. But yeah, I just to say this is a PC replacement. They were selling it.
It's a little stretching it a little bit.
stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I tried, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't.
No.
I just
It's
can't.
I mean, it still runs iOS. How is that a desktop
Yeah.
replacement?
Yep. Just talking about the stats of this new iPad Pro 9.7-inch. It better be improved over the Air 2. Photo alignment tech. So there's incredible contrast ratio, 40% less reflective than the Air 2, 25% brighter than the Air 2, a wide color gamut, 25% greater. This is all display tech that has been in their current line, at least with the iPad Pro. In addition, it supports 2 breakthrough features. It works with Night Shift, which is a software.
Software.
Now.
They're just making
Yeah.
this is it works with Night Shift, guys. That's a breakthrough feature. It's been a feature on the jailbreaks for a while from Flux. It was also a feature. I think the app was called Flex Bright. That Apple approved and took down. So just letting y'all know.
Mm-hmm.
The second feature has never appeared on any device before. We call it True Tone Display. You bastards. Measure color temperature of the ambient light and adjust the display to match.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. My iPad Pro don't got that.
Yikes. That's you know what I always think about is like when I don't notice that night shift is enabled and I'm editing a photo.
Yeah.
I worry that I'm like overcompensating for the
because-
temperature. What does this
So-
mean for artists using the iPad Pro?
It actually is not a good thing.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Because for that to, I mean, obviously you could turn it off most likely.
Sure.
But for it to change the temperature of white on your
Yeah.
screen while you're working with it, nah.
No.
Exactly.
I just don't want that.
It's like a camera's white balance feature.
Yeah.
You know, it automatically adjusts it depending on the ambient light. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's not a good thing if you need like accurate color measurement, and
Right.
color temperature. It's not going to be a good thing if you're using it for actual design purposes or photography purposes.
Right.
So yeah, it's definitely going to be an optional feature you can turn on and off.
Just a random funny tweet from Darius B. He said, $400 for a 4-inch 6S, perfect kids phone. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or not. I mean, maybe he's being serious, but I was like, oh, that's funny. More than twice the output. This is have the stereo 4-speaker system array set up here on the iPad Pro 9.7-inch. It's using the A9X, Apple's fastest chip in a mobile device right now until we get the A10 in the next-gen iPhone. So... I don't feel bad now that I think about it. I don't feel bad about that ambient light thing. I just don't like the fact that like why my iPad Pro have that?
want it.
I have the big badass guy. It doesn't have that.
See, one of those,
Whatever.
things.
I'm not getting a 9.7-inch iPad Pro though,
No.
for the record.
You don't have buyer's remorse yet?
Yeah.
No, I'm just sad.
You just want that
I'm
feature.
just kawawa. I'm just sad. Kawawa's sad.
And your iPad is sad and lonely with siblings separated at birth.
I'll just make sure it feels better right now.
Yeah.
It's okay, iPad. You're still
a little closer.
You're not old. You're not old. People still love you. I love you a lot.
Oh.
I love you a lot, right, Beecham?
Yes.
My face when I'm with you,
Uh.
but I love it. But I love it.
Oh man, ladies, making me feel good.
Oh yeah, we're your backup
How
singers
can you
now.
not sing that hook? How can you not jump to that hook? It's almost like it was an original song that was reinterpreted.
It was. and they even the interpretation was performed at the Victoria's Secret fashion show, so you should
Oh,
feel
it
really
was.
good about that.
Wow, I
Yeah.
did not know that. That's good.
Yeah, I know.
My video definitely did not
Making
have
waves.
my video did not have Victoria's Secret models in it, but
That's for next year.
yeah, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. I'm sure the bosses will be thrilled for me to ask, yeah, can we get some scantily clad models in my videos?
Oh.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Just not. They're showing off the smart keyboard case. It has the smart connector on the iPad Pro 9.7-inch scaled down. I'll tell you right now, don't buy that. Do not buy that. It feels like the Surface Pro keyboard cover has just a better bounce and a feel to it. The keys feel a lot more realistic. This one, it feels like you're hammering flat, like
is it that rubbery?
Yeah,
like,
it's just bad.
I hate that.
It's not good. It's like you're hitting rubber nubs.
I hate. Oh.
Yeah.
I almost said I hate that, but I've never actually hit a rubber nub.
I hate rubber knobs. But yeah, it does not feel good. So I would highly recommend. Logitech was the other keyboard case that it was kind of more like the bottom of a laptop, like that they did with past iPads.
Yep.
But it's a little heavier, so I don't want a super heavy keyboard case. But it feels the best. It has the backlit keyboard
right, if
on it as
only your
well.
iPad Pro is less than £1. Just trying to inspire buyer's remorse. Here.
We're just not going to need a close-up
She's
shot.
trying to make me cry. Sharon is trying to make me cry today on air. This is such crap.
You made me throw up in my mouth
I
three
did
times.
3 times. 3 times. It also has support for their Lightning to SD card readers and USB camera adapter. This was actually a software update that I believe they ended up supporting recently. Not recently, but a few months or a month after the iPad Pro came out, people were like, why doesn't this work with the card readers? It does. And we had a caller call in about that, but I forgot to jump in and say that indeed it does support the card readers in case you wanted to load more stuff on there. Hey, you can use the camera in augmented reality apps, and you can use it to scan documents with the iPad Pro with their most advanced camera, the 12 megapixel one that mine does not have.
Oh, wow.
That's like thing number 3.
Yeah. It's all
True
adding up
tone,
now.
weight, camera.
Don't remind me.
So sorry.
And you can shoot 4K.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
Oh.
You can shoot 4K. Yeah!
Just trying to get the scream there.
Woo! A little falsetto up in there, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's right.
A little falsetto.
I still can't get it.
Oh, Retina flash, so you can take. This
Great-
is horrible. Great
selfies.
selfies.
No,
This is
no.
the worst.
Just say no, please.
The worst line of the show. There's a Retina flash, so you can take great selfies on the iPad Pro.
No.
Oh God.
You know what? You know
gosh,
what? The
I
worst.
judge people.
The worst
Yeah.
line was that the pencil is the greatest accessory Apple has ever made. That was a direct verbatim quote from Phil
Really?
Schiller. Yeah,
Wow.
that happened. It happened.
Because a lot of people are using it too, right?
Jobs is rolling around in his grave.
Dude. He's like clawing out of it right now. He ain't even rolling. He's like, let me out of this damn thing. Holy crap. Silver, gold, space gray, and rose gold will be the colors.
Think.
Think pink.
Okay.
iPad Pro SE. They're excited to offer $5.99. This is what the rumors had stated: $5.99 for a 32 gig, and $7.49 for a 128 gig. There is no 256 gig option. Some people have been asking Apple to do that on their phone.
Oh.
We won't see it in their phone until we even see it on an iPad. Quite
Wait,
honestly.
hold on.
What's up?
There is a 256 gig version.
There is a 256 gig version. Wow.
What?
That just happened.
$8.99. That just happened. Wow.
Wait.
$900.
Number 4. 256 gigs.
Dude, seriously.
The buyer's remorse scale is just
through the roof right
Okay,
now.
I'm getting a little pissed off right now. I'm not even lying.
See?
Like, I'm genuinely now,
See?
I'm getting pissed. I'm
Okay,
like,
would you have bought the 256 version?
yeah, well, yeah,
You would've?
because I'll tell you right now why I would, because I love loading just a lot of stuff on my iPad.
Yeah.
And the apps typically are a little larger.
Yep.
I'd rather have all my movies that I really want downloaded instead of after every trip deleting some,
Yeah.
adding some.
Yep.
You know, it's. Don't look at me like that, Sharon. Don't look at me like that. Like,
I'm
you're,
just saying there are so many angry people right now.
what are you gonna say, Beecham? You're gonna make me cry?
But you're looking at like $1,200 after tax.
Yeah, that's
and
how much I
Apple
paid for my
Care.
iPad
Yeah,
Pro.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah!
Oh.
Yeah.
Brian, I want to give you a hug, man.
Here, come here.
Yeah,
Come here.
come on, hug it out, hug it out. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Get over here. This is the worst thing ever.
This is like
Can we-
iPad therapy.
Get over here.
Right
Get over here. I need a
How
damn
does it
hug
make
right
you
now.
feel?
I need a damn hug. Here, let's group hug, everybody. Come on, group hug. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh. Oh, you guys do.
Oh.
So sweet. Oh, you okay, Brian? Oh. Oh.
You know what? I have number 5 for you. It's available in rose gold.
I just did that so I could hug the ladies in the room.
Oh.
Totally worked. Totally worked. Dude, this is kind of sad to
This
me.
is super
This
maddening for a lot of people.
I mean, I'll live. Don't worry. I'll live.
Roger Chang wrote a whole story on CNET about how, you know, he would have buyer's remorse about the iPad Pro.
No!
Yeah.
Yes.
It's messed up.
Well, whatever. I'm in.
Oh yeah, the headline was Apple's about to make my iPad obsolete again, right?
Yeah.
That was the headline.
Yep.
I saw that. I was
There
like,
you go.
Whoa, that happened to me.
M. Gibson on the Twitters. Great point. You still can't write to an SD card, and Apple wants us to believe an iPad can replace a Wintel computer.
Uh-huh.
Hashtag 10 years behind.
Yeah, I hear you there. Seriously.
Preach, M. Gibson. Oh my gosh. That's so hilarious how it's like, they wouldn't put in the fun. You're like, yeah, they just did it.
Yep.
Damn it. I just got
So
screwed.
all in all,
I got totally screwed.
For every between the iPad Air and the iPad Pro, the 9.7-inch versions, you're paying $100 more for the equivalent models.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay.
I think that it would have been cool if they just kept it the same entry-level price
Yeah.
and dropped the iPad Air 2
Yeah.
instead of bumping up the price of the base model
Right.
iPad Pro 9.7.
Right.
Like, I'm just saying that
Yeah.
that would have, to me, made a little more sense.
That makes sense.
Because the pencil is an add-on, so it's not like you have to buy that.
Right.
Right? You're not telling people, oh, you need this pencil. So also, the other telling thing about the whole iPad Pro pencil thing, you would have thought there would be like this community that would say, made on an iPad Pro, right?
Right.
We have seen nothing like
Like
that.
GoPro style.
We have
Yeah.
seen nothing like that. Apple hasn't been able to even
Yeah.
create a campaign like that. We have no group of people saying, made on an iPad Pro. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you
You
know,
can make beats on the iPad Pro.
iPad Pro.
Yeah, well, they're showing that right now. They've been beats on the iPad Pro. I mean, has anyone made beats on the iPad Pro?
I
apart
can make
from-
beats on a table.
Yeah. Yeah.
iPad Pro. iPad Pro.
Okay.
Pencil.
Pencil.
Pencil Solar.
I got something for you ladies for the post show. That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
What?
I hope I can do it.
Okay.
I'm telling people to stick around for the post
Stick
show.
around. This is gonna be fun.
It could be a disaster or it could be fun. We don't know yet. Mitch, how you doing back
I'm
there?
nervous.
Our producer extraordinaire
Do we
holding
have
down the
any
show.
donuts? No donuts.
The okay, hold up. I'll correct myself because Apple's just beating me to the punch. iPad Air will now start at $399,
Okay.
a price drop of $100. Thank you for that. But they still started the iPad Pro 9.7 at $599. The iPad Mini will now start at $269. I believe it was $299.
Ooh, what is it? How much are
don't know if
refurbished
I-
versions now?
Well, that's the best time to get in.
I know. Now I'm looking. I'm like, oh,
That's the best time to get in.
refurbished.
Always buy refurb.
Yep.
Cook
Especially
is
for iPad.
recapping what we saw today. The iPad Pro is an amazing choice.
Amazing. People are falling in love.
And allows you to do so much more. I can't take this. Early.
What if it was thinner? What if it was thinner?
Shut
How
up.
mad would you be?
Shut up.
Ooh, we don't know if it's thinner. Ooh, that could be number 6.
Well, it is. It's definitely lighter because you reminded me that if I added a keyboard accessory, it would be lighter.
Yep. All right.
Just
Check it.
freaking
Find out
killing
how much
me
you can
right
sell
now.
it for, Brian.
No, I love this thing. It's
I
just,
know.
I know.
no one ever likes to know that there's something cooler than what they
No.
have with tech. It
Of course
just,
not.
I mean,
Especially when it costs you $1,200. Sorry, not sorry.
this is good. I'm just gonna take it all in. I deserve this.
Okay.
I was
I
gonna
deserve
say,
this.
if you're
I'm
gonna-
such a jerk. I
You're an
deserve
early
this.
adopter. This is
I'm such a jerk.
classic early adopter.
If you're gonna sell, list it now.
broke
Right
one
on
of
iPad.
Yeah.
Pro.
You broke one of your cardinal rules too. Wait till the second gen.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing for purpose. wow, gloom and doom, ladies. I do like to buy the first gen just to experience it and come up with my own
Because
opinions.
it's your job.
It is my job. And again, I do buy all my own stuff, guys. Like people like, oh, did Apple give it? No, they don't give it to me.
Wait, hold on. This is like just typical journalist stuff.
Yeah.
We buy our own things.
Yes.
Exactly.
That I mean, unless we're testing or reviewing.
Review
or
units
how
are
toing
given
in
to
my
the
case.
company as a
Yeah.
whole, but it's like they give us one review unit for the entire company.
And then we have
This-
to return it.
This is inside baseball, but just letting you know we buy our own stuff. So, and yes, we do test things.
Yeah, we do
sometimes.
get to test it out first.
I mean, if someone's testing something for 2 years, then I gotta question that.
Right.
I've got to
It's a
question
2-year
that.
review.
I'm still testing my Zune. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I don't know. That was the oldest thing I could think of. Like the oldest, lamest.
That's so
Motorola
good.
Razor.
Oh, the
That's
Razor.
good.
Thank you.
Sorry. That was a good phone. That was
It was
great.
a good phone.
That phone
I'm not
blew my
dissing that
mind
phone. I
back
love that
then.
phone. That phone
Yeah,
was-
that phone
that
blew
was
my
like-
mind back in the day.
That was a
I
game-changing
remember
phone.
going to
Dude.
it wasn't AT&T at the time, and it wasn't Cellular One, whatever was in between. Going to the store, and they were Singular. They were all out of the Razor.
Yep, it was sold out everywhere.
yeah.
It was sold out everywhere.
This is what their keynote has led us to. Is
Oh, the
like,
Talking about
talking
old
about all
We'd rather
the old
talk
stuff we
about-
bought in the past.
Nostalgia. All the things that could have wowed us but didn't. Hey, Apple's next is a flip phone, so seriously, might as well.
All right,
All right.
ladies and
Wait, they
gentlemen.
are showing off their. Is this the Cupertino?
That's
no, that's
one
not.
infant-
that
That's
is their
the-
new building.
That's
their
their
UFO
building.
building. So we are going to transition out of here and just kind of talk to you guys. Quick thing, Mitch, are we going to be able to take calls or not? I don't know. I'm just asking off the fly. Maybe not.
Probably
Okay. We'll just wrap it. We'll just wrap it up here. It's okay. Oh, you know what? We could do the blind. Beecham, we've done the blind pickup.
Yeah, let's do a blind. Why
Okay,
not?
yeah. So everyone watching, we want to hear what your thoughts are. Again, we won't be able to put you on hold. It'll probably just keep ringing, but we're going to open up our phone lines and take a few of your calls. The number is 1-888-900-CNET, which is 2638. We want to hear your thoughts. But before we do that, okay, Beecham, are you going to cue this up for me? Don't start yet, okay?
Hang on.
Okay, don't start yet.
Wait, what's happening right now?
Something
So-
major is happening right now.
You know,
We have
this
to
is
hold on. What?
Hold on.
Oh, it's
no,
outfit
the leather
change.
jacket is
Hold on,
coming
hold
out.
on.
Oh, hello.
It's more like a plastic garbage bag jacket. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Okay, hold on.
All right, here we go.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Hold on. I know this is bad. Okay, wait, hold on.
Wait, it gets worse?
Okay, hold on. I gotta make sure I hear this. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Wait, I love
Wait,
this.
wait.
Very elaborate.
Okay, this is like, don't you expect like dope new stuff from Apple?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I do.
Yes.
I expect dope
And
new
when you
stuff.
don't
we
get
do.
it,
What-
when
when
you
you
don't
don't get
happens.
it, it's disappointing. So
It is.
Beecham, are you ready to cue me up?
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Used to call me on my.
Uh.
You used to. Yeah. You used to make the greatest iPhones. Doing things phones that ain't ever done. Make the greatest iPhones. Done things they ain't ever done. Now you go iPhone 5e. Woo! Bringing back that 4-inch screen. Now you go iPhone 5e. That don't even mean a thing. Ever since that SJ left us, poo. Apple Watch ain't doing what we hope for. Apple TV service no go. Making Apple cases, that's an eyesore. Battery case, that's an eyesore. Every time that Steve just lets us poo.
Oh.
Okay, I'm done.
Hey! Nicely done.
Wait for the music video coming shortly.
You used to.
Mitch, we're gonna make a video on that. Just to let you know. Get ready. Poo. I'm telling you. Okay.
You heard it here first.
Ever since SJ left us, it's poo. You're all, you used to make the greatest iPhones. Okay, let's go to the phone lines. This is a disaster.
Love it.
Hey, this is Brian, Lexi, and Sharon. We're just picking up the phones raw and hot. Who is this and who am I speaking to
You have
today?
to sing your question.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Are you there? Who? Oh, okay.
Did you just hang up?
Yeah, he just wanted to call to say D's nuts. He's a really sophisticated guy.
This ain't no Trump rally. Come
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
All right, next up, what's going on? Welcome to CNET Live. Who is this and where are you from?
Did you click him?
I did, but he's not on.
Okay.
Next try. We'll go. Welcome to CNET Live. This is the crew here. What's up? Who are we talking to and where are you from?
I'm Paul from New York.
Paul from New York. Thank you for hanging out with us. Was that a disaster that we just did, or are you okay with that?
I thought that was great.
Oh
Oh,
man.
thank you.
Good. At
so
least you
nice.
and my mom thought it was great. What do you want to talk about? I mean, we just saw we just are here to recap a little bit, hang out for about the next 20 minutes. Everything that we saw in Apple. What are your thoughts on that?
I thought the iPad was pretty cool.
I know. Don't tell me that. See how much I was struggling
I have
with
an
that?
iPad Mini, but
Did you say what about the iPad Mini?
I have an iPad Mini. And it's
Oh.
all right, but I like the bigger screen, kind of.
So are you looking, after you saw what you saw, are you someone that's looking to be like, yeah, I think I'm going to upgrade this thing?
I think I'll give it another year or two.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I
you want to
mean-
see what they do.
I'm more looking for a Mac, but
Oh, what Mac are you looking for? What's on your wish list?
I actually have the Mini right now. I'm actually watching. I actually wired it to the TV. I was like, let's do this.
Let's do it. I love it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Overall, though, were you impressed? Are you, scale of 1 to 10, what do you think about the keynote overall?
I thought it was good. I mean, it was pretty boring in the beginning. Thanks for keeping us entertained.
Hey, that's what we do.
I think they could have done better at the beginning, but, what are you going to do?
What are you going to do? All right, well, hey, thanks so much for calling us. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching, all right?
I actually have a question.
Oh, fire away, sir, please.
How can I get some stickers?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So like, okay. So for the record, I didn't do stickers because I'm kind of behind on sending out stickers. Like last keynote, I still have like the written address. This is like from like 3 or 4 months ago. I kid you not. Like I have addresses written on stickers, and I need to send out stickers. So if you email me, I swear I'll do my best. Brian.tong@cnet.com with your address and say, I want a sticker. I'll work on that. And if I forget, just keep on harassing me, okay?
I hate doing that.
You know, we're busy over here, but I try and do my best. So, yes, so that's
You're
what's
doing
going
a
on.
great job.
Thank you. The whole team here. It's all about the team. So thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
No problem. Have a great day.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Next up, welcome to CNET Live. This is Brian and Lexi and Sharon and Steve. You're on. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Cheryl. I'm calling from Orange, California.
Cheryl, welcome to the show. The first lovely lady to call in today. We love it.
Woo.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm calling to let you know that what I heard is SE
Yes.
stands for Special Edition.
That is what they
Makes
rumble.
sense.
The
Yeah.
rumblings said that internally they called that, but publicly Apple doesn't really outright call it special edition unless I missed something in the keynote since we weren't listening to it. Did Apple?
Oh, okay.
Did Apple officially
Okay.
call it special edition? I mean, you are right though. All indications have pointed to that. What is what they were saying internally, but typically they have not publicly named or told us what those letters stand for in past models. So, you know what? I'm gonna go with what you think, Cheryl. So let's call it special edition.
Okie doke.
All right, is that good? Or did you have any other thoughts on just the keynote in general?
No, that's it. Thanks very much.
Awesome. Thanks for calling.
Thanks. Bye.
You know, real quick, I'm seeing a lot of comments on YouTube, on our YouTube channel and our live stream channel. They're saying there's no innovation. We didn't see anything. A lot of people are upset.
Hey.
So I just had to call that out.
It's par for the course. You know what the most innovative thing was that song? I was tight. I'm just saying that on my own. It's, you know, I do like you guys were participating. You're feeling it a little
I
bit.
was feeling
Yeah.
it.
You know? Why you go iPhone SE? That don't mean a thing. All right. Calling up next again. We're here at CNET Live. I know we're doing this blind. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you want to talk about?
My name is Peter Stiles. I just want to say that all I want is just a simple jailbreak. That's really the idea that I'm waiting for has been, I don't know, probably 3 months. And I am like surviving on my Mac right now, you know. I love the you know, the showcase today. But yeah.
Do you think, but let's be real, man. You think Apple's really going to do a jailbreak?
I mean, it's like, I don't know.
You're going to be positive about it.
See, like, the reason why I like the jailbreak, because, like, I feel that I can be more creative. I can be, you know, I can go about my day even better, you know? It's just like every time when I want to do a certain thing, it's like I'm contained. You know what I mean?
You mean controlled? Like
yes,
Apple likes
controlled,
to
indeed.
They don't want you to get a jailbreak. They don't want you to get a jailbreak.
They.
But like, look at Android. Look how successful Android is. I mean,
Absolutely.
they're open source and they let you do whatever you want. And look how many entrepreneurs out there making phones. You know, it's like, come on,
man. No,
And
I agree
Apple
with
would-
you.
yeah.
We agree with you. Hey, thanks so much for calling. It's just two different schools of thought and philosophies.
Yeah.
You know, what's
Control,
worked for Apple
less
has worked
control.
for Apple. What's worked for Android has worked for Android. But you're not typically going to you're seeing Android not from a controlling standpoint, but take more cues from Apple from a standpoint of like looking to design their next phones and products in-house, which is different than what they've done in the past where they've worked with third-party companies like whether it was LG, Huawei, and HTC to rotate through their Nexus line.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're seeing some of that, but just at its core, these companies are going to be who they are, and they've both been successful that way. So I just don't see that changing anytime soon. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a few more calls because we've been here for quite a while, and we're going to wrap things up. I'm going to take 4 more calls. I'm going to go quick hit and see where you guys are at. So when I get to you, just be ready. This is the CNET Live crew. Welcome. Oh, I can hear myself. See, I can hear myself. I can hear myself through your headphones.
But I love it.
Hi there. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Luke, and I'm calling from Norway.
Wow, Norway. Welcome. Thank you. What would you like to talk about today?
No idea. I just found the keynote a bit boring, to be honest. But yeah, I was expecting a different design. The iPhone 5. No, sorry, SE.
Were you expecting like something that was a smaller iPhone 6 maybe?
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing you're not going to be buying the SE when it comes out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I couldn't hear that in your voice at all. I could not hear it. All right. Hey, thanks so much for calling. We appreciate it.
Square design.
Say again?
The square design.
What about it?
I don't really like it. It's not really comfy in the hand.
It is. I don't like my my six right now. It's a little too big for my hand. But I agree.
No comment. I'm just laughing to myself like a little boy. Okay. Next up, thanks for calling. Oh, sorry, here we go. Next up, thanks for calling CNET Live. Your name, where you're from, and let's talk.
And what's your sign?
Oh, whatever you like. Are you there, friend?
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Rishi, and I'm from Canada. How are you, BLLS guys?
We are good.
Did he just call BLS?
BLS, Brian, Lexi, Steve, Sharon.
I love it. BLS. Yes.
I like that.
Don't
I
call
like
us
that.
the Bureau of Labor and Statistics.
BLS.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. I can hear you. Okay.
I can hear
That's my
you.
23rd call to you. Thank God I got into it, and I want to tell you, like, I've been an Apple fan for like 9 years, but I'm kind of getting sick of that.
Mm-hmm. And
They're
why?
bringing all these things slim. I mean, come on. We just need like a battery life or something like that, right?
Amen.
And today's keynote, I mean, you guys did a wonderful job. Okay, let me say, sorry about that.
Are you there
I
still?
can't hear you.
We were listening.
We're listening.
Hey, don't listen to your computer. Listen to your phone and listen to your heart.
Okay, I'm listening to my heart, and my heart is fucking beating up because I'm gonna live mad with the Apple, man. Trust me.
Thank you so much for calling. We're gonna.
He's just mad. No,
chime in.
You know what? I appreciate it. There are no F-bombs on this show.
You guys, no F-bombs.
No freaking F-bombs.
All right.
Shame on you. But no,
What was he
he's frustrated because he's been a user for
Oh,
18, 20 years.
He's like, excite me.
He's like,
Make me...
give me something.
Yeah.
Cool. And if not, at least give me something practical.
But I love
battery
how he
life.
was like battery life.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
that is
that's
such a good point.
Everyone's been begging for that, and don't make your phone slimmer. Like, also the whole story of battery life. Look, as we add more and more new features, it's going to use more and more battery life. So that's why you actually also haven't seen much of a change in what these phones offer us. Okay, fine, we get a little bit, an hour more because of a software update, but nothing like, we're going to double your battery life. Because as these phones evolve, and even though they're matured, we're getting more features that use more battery life, and then we're making them slimmer.
Yeah.
Sounds great. You're not going to get more battery life that way.
Isn't that what the battery case is for, Brian?
Wait, the Apple battery case?
The Apple official battery case?
Making Apple cases, that's an eyesore.
Did you just make that up?
No, I have it right here. It was one of my lyrics. You're probably feeling the song so much
I
that
was.
You used to. Okay. Welcome to CNET Live. We have 2 more calls left. You're one of ours. Thanks for calling the show. Your name and where you're from, please.
I'm Jordan Richards from Adelaide, Australia.
Jordan?
Hey, Aussie represent.
You know Lexi's are like resident Aussie.
Oh, you can call me Shazza.
Hey, Shaz, how you going?
Wait, Shazza? Is that your name in Australian?
Shazza.
What's Brian in Australian?
Bazza. We'll just call you Bazza.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say badass.
Badass. Well, you can appropriate that.
Bazza.
Bazza is more like Barry.
Bazza.
But
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Bazza is Barry.
Oh.
Yeah, but we can appropriate.
You're
it.
Shazza?
Yeah, Shazza.
That's cool. And you're what?
Yeah.
No, you're dyslexic because you're Australian, so you don't make
I don't need a.
Oh man, that's so cool.
Cool.
What is Steven? What is Steve?
Steve-O.
Steve-O. Okay, yeah.
What is Mitch?
I get that one as a kid.
Steve-O, yeah.
Micho. I don't know.
But the funny thing is, like, there's not a camera shot that shows Mitch here the whole time, so no one knows who we're talking about. Is there? Right?
No.
Nope.
And he's.
If you want to turn that camera up there,
I can't. He's ducking.
Or I
too.
can turn this one.
You don't even want to show up. Jordan, thanks for calling. We know there. Yeah, he's been here the whole time. Jordan, we know you're an Apple biter. You're an extra crunchy fan. What did you want to talk about?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the show today?
Well, I personally think that what Apple did at the beginning, addressing the whole Apple versus FBI thing, I think that's one of the only good things I could really find good out of the keynote. They were talking about with the Apple Watch how it's become a necessity, and I'm thinking, didn't Brian Tong sell his?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
There's a whole bunch of everything else, just not really good. And I was kind of hoping with iOS 9.3 that they would have multi-profiling with not just on the education, but for everyone. More like I'm trying to think of Android.
Yeah, multiple users for everyone. That's a no-brainer. They're only going to give it in an education package. That's a dumb-brainer. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's stupid. So,
Yeah.
you know.
And I was watching, and someone said that Apple really hasn't innovated, and which is true, they haven't innovated. So hopefully by the end of the year, they'll be able to do live TV on the Apple TV and stuff and all that. But I'm kind of a little bit upset that they didn't have really much else.
Yeah, thanks for calling, Jordan. We appreciate it. Here's the other point when everyone's saying Apple wants innovation. Right now, Apple is behind a lot of people. Like, when they come out with these features, their hope, and it actually worked very successfully for their Apple Music service, right? They were behind, but they start off with something like 10 million subscribers right out of the gates, which was impressive. And so, you know, Apple may not care that they're late to the party. I mean, I know they don't. We've seen that typically. But the fact is that a lot of companies are doing a lot of things that it feels like Apple's behind, and people aren't used to that. And they have to start getting used to it.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's rolling now. When Apple comes out with their TV service, most likely because people aren't educated enough about the fact that PlayStation View is a kick-butt service right now, they're going to hear, oh, Apple has a service? Oh, cool. I have an Apple TV. I'm going to get it. And that's going to be a detriment. Like, PlayStation's going to be like, what can we do? But that's the marketing machine that Apple has that everyone is fighting.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like who has a PS4 versus who has an Apple TV in their home. You know, I don't have any stats to sort of verify that, but I would dare say Apple TV is probably higher penetration than PS4.
Maybe it's hard to say.
Maybe
it
was hard to say. It would be hard to
PS4's
say.
got a lot.
I actually would be interested to sort of drill down on that. You know, if anyone knows, tweet us. Let us know. Please do.
All right, we're going to take one final call and wrap things up again. I'm sorry for all of you waiting on the line. You guys are beautiful. I think, what is his name? Was it either Roshni or Roshith? He said he called 23 times.
Yeah, he did.
I mean,
you're the best, guys. Seriously.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore. All right, our last call of the day. If you can hear us on your phone, welcome to CNET Live. Your name and where you're from and what you want to talk about.
Corey from Houston, Texas.
H-Town. What's up, Corey?
Yeah. Hey, just first off, I want to say when those guys do the presentation, I like to, during the boring times, like renewable energy or whatever, go to you guys because you're really funny. I like you guys' coverage.
Awesome. Thank
We
you.
appreciate that. We appreciate that. We honestly don't know if we're funny. Like, we think most people are rolling their eyes.
We're just a bunch of friends hanging out.
I mean, as long as our moms are watching, that's pretty much all that matters. But
trying
we
to
appreciate
entertain
it.
ourselves, really.
Yeah, we are. Quite honestly, we're delirious. We woke up at like 5, 6
We're in a
a.m.
small contained room.
Yeah.
You know, it's early.
Padded walls.
Yeah, literally.
Corey's like, honestly, I didn't want to hear any of that.
No, you guys are complaining. It's okay.
But Corey,
There's no like TV station that covers this stuff anymore. You guys are kind of the only comedic source for this stuff, which is great.
I thank you. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. So what did you want to talk about? What are your thoughts, honestly?
All right, I love the iPad Pro stuff, but the thing I hate is for past month I would go to like Apple websites and see what they're going to unveil. And the thing that I hate is it's almost like ruining the Christmas present. I was hoping they came out with, you know, the car or something. I don't know, something I didn't know about. And their secrecy is out the window now. It's like nothing was a surprise.
Yep. It's true. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
We knew about everything for months ahead. That was.
But did
the
you
biggest
know about the
surprise was there's-
recycling program?
No, because I was watching the sweet Hotline Bling remix.
There you go.
Show
You
love.
just got at least
Show
10 points
love.
with Brian.
No, I appreciate that. No, but your app, you are app. absolutely right.
Oh, groan.
Ladies, do you still want to do this show?
Signing off.
But no, you're right. You're right about that. You know, Apple should try to. I'm not saying this for reals. Apple needs to shut down 9 to 5 Mac because they know everything.
Yeah, they do.
They know everything.
Exactly.
But if they shut down 9 to 5 Mac, then like our shows wouldn't be as good. So keep them open. Mark Gurman and his team do amazing stuff.
The past few years, but all of a sudden, was Steve Jobs just like threatening people to take stuff down? And
probably
he did do that, right? Actually, he did do that. He sent like the FBI to one reporter's house or something.
Well, do you know?
Remember?
That's right.
I don't know if you also recall this when Tim Cook ended up taking over. One of his first public statements is that Apple was going to double down on secrecy.
On security.
That's worked out great, Tim.
Yeah, no, it's all been downhill.
So, you know, I totally agree with you. Look, these keynotes were exciting because even when, and these are, it's a different time we live in today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But even when the iPhone first came out, we kind of knew they were going to do a phone, but we knew nothing about it.
Yeah.
We didn't even know really what it looked like. That's what was a surprise. It's okay if we know a new iPad's coming out, but now we know every detail, every spec.
Yep.
And, but it's good and bad, but I do feel like we miss out on those magical moments.
We miss out on the one more
don't.
thing. There's
You know,
no
we just-
one more thing.
Yeah.
Like, where is that? I want a one more thing to actually be like, oh wow, that's really not what I expected.
Now we make fun of their ridiculously, you know, in a glass bowl quotes when they say the Apple Pencil is the greatest accessory ever.
Oh, gosh.
Like, come on.
Oh my God.
So tone deaf.
There are people here that are Apple fans to a certain degree, some people that aren't Apple fans, and people that call our show 23 times to get through. But you know, it's fun to be able to poke fun at it, but at the end of the day, like, look, if you look at the devices that we have, you know, some of it's mixed. I would say everyone has at least one Apple device. I'd argue to say 2.
Whoa.
Like at least 2 Apple devices that they use.
In the whole wide world?
What?
Well, not the whole wide world. I meant just like amongst the people that are watching this thing. So,
probably.
You know,
Or
like
at
at
least
least 2.
interact with
So like
one.
whether it's a laptop, an Apple TV, an iPhone, an iPad,
Yeah.
most people that are in this tech community have at least 2 Apple items.
I would say maybe like one.
Okay. Phone, MacBook, maybe Apple TV, maybe Apple Watch.
Phone,
There's a
but
lot.
why is phone an obvious one?
Well, it's a lot. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
I'm just saying an
I heard-
average, maybe at
I
least
think it
over
was your
one.
website.
Maybe.
Somebody
One.
described. I heard somebody describe Apple as a cell phone company that has tablets and computers as a side hustle.
I mean,
I thought that was.
revenue-wise, yes.
Well, they better keep that side hustle going because their phones is really what's still driving their revenue. It's like over 60, it's like 70% of their revenue comes from the phone. So they need to focus on that and then do whatever they can to keep that. Although it's plateaued, they've got to keep that in check. So
I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat room saying,
surprised they still had a 16 gigabyte phone
excuse me?
when they did the SE. Was anybody surprised that they still had 16 gigabytes?
No, we tore them apart on it. I just don't think it's realistic to do a 16 gig phone with a 4K camera these days.
Right.
Just don't do that.
This came up at length during the iPhone 6s announcement when the three of us were in this very room. I mean, I was like, please do not include a 16 gig version. Of course they did, because you can get 50 gigs of iCloud storage for $1 a month.
I believe Samsung starts at 32, right?
Yeah.
Samsung phones start at 32. So,
And now they also have expandable storage again.
yeah. So, you know,
Listen to the people.
yeah. They don't have to they're overthinking different. Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay? So, hey, Corey, thanks so much for calling. We really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Sure. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know there's some of you still on the line, but we are going to wrap it up for today. We actually have jobs to do. This was fun. I had a really fun time today, right?
Yeah.
You guys have a good time? Mitch, look, it was all because
Mitch
of
is
you.
sleeping.
Yay!
So, everybody, the next keynote, whether it'll be from Samsung, I guess it might be Google I/O will be coming up. We'll be here to talk all about it, to break it down, and also just have you guys participate and be a part of the show. We thank you so much.
Can I say one more thing?
Say one more thing.
Happy 10th birthday to Twitter. Hey, come on. We've been tweeting this whole time.
I thought
You gotta give a shout out.
I thought you were gonna taunt me and just say, like, remind me of what I just saw today.
You used to.
You used to.
Sorry.
No, that was my fault. I forgot to drop him. That was honestly my fault. It's not your fault.
The beta up.
All right, make sure you guys continue to check out all of our coverage. We'll have breakdowns, first looks of the videos, stories, recaps, analysis,
How-tos.
Apple Bite, how-tos,
Everything you need.
Snapchat, IG, Twitter, all that. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.
Bye.